How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. I am so sorry, boys, I'm late, but I didn't want to not do the 5V5 1V1 DUELS over on the EU. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let's get these groups up and running as soon as humanly possible, yeah? Dude, this is what happens when Blizzard releases 12 hero specs for me to take a look at, man. 12, that's one. I mean, I was about to say one too many, but honestly, give me more, dude. Keep giving me more. All the hero specs, all of them, man. Give me all of them. We're only missing like a few, right? There's like 2 left for the class of Rogue. There's 2 left for Shaman. 1 more for what class am I thinking of? Demon Hunter, right? There's like 1 more left for, oh no, yeah, 1 more for Mage. What else am I missing, chat? What else am I missing? Did I say Shaman? There's 1 more for Monk too. But like, there is a lot of them, man. Some of them look really good. You know what? As much as I'm excited for Shamans, I was kind of unimpressed with Farseer. Am I the only one that was just like actually just a little disappointed with the Farseer talents? They were like, you summon a ghost that kind of helps you do stuff. Okay, I'm cool. I want to hang out with Casper too. But like, do I? You know what I mean? Yes, sure. I guess I kind of do. But like, also, do I really though? You know what I mean? All right, groups are going to be listed over in the raids legacy section as per usual. Boys, groups are up. We are a bit like 30 minutes late for EU side of things. Oh yeah, I got the quest for the Hearthstone thing too. I forgot about that. Yeah, I haven't done any of this at all. What happens if I just abandon it? What happens if I just remove it? Do I just get it resent back to me? Is that how that works? Alrighty, hey, how y'all doing, boys? Get back in here, boys. We have to get 2 groups together to get some 5V5 1v1s up for the day. How y'all doing though? Hope everybody's having a beautiful one. Yo, what are your thoughts on the hero specs, man? Saya? My man is back. My man is back. Clarification with a Hellcaller. Hellcaller is another good one. Hold on. I want to see this clarification. We'll get you guys in here in a second. Hello. If you see some confusion regarding some of the Hellcaller talents, please know that 1, Cataclysm and Seed of Corruption will apply Wither. Oh, that is so good. Wither is an instant cast for Gesture and Affliction. Oh, that is so good. Oh my god. You are kidding me. Okay, you boys, I'll get you guys in the second group, alrighty? This group is set. I'm gonna get you guys in the second one. Saya, I'm gonna make a lead for this one. I'm gonna get a second one going. Cobra, as well as the other boys. We got a second one up and running. Get in here, since that other group is set. Saya, whisper me real quickly on Real ID, so I can have you on here on my screen. We get a second one going. It's listed. Get in here, Cobra. Get in here, my man. Get in here, my guy. Because Griff, is Griff back in? Oh my god, dude, Griff is back in. Oh no, 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 no. Griff, we might have to put you last. Just letting you know. I'll go pee. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I got Cobra. There's like 2 more. The dudes were trying to join in earlier, and we got guys in. Nalix, oh yeah, let's go. Griff, we might just have to go have you last, man. Okay, you know what? Sub rogues are busted for duels. You can play. We might just have to have you go literally as a cleanup duty, right? It's just like, it's unfair. The class is just unfair for what he wants, man. Nothing you can do about it. when you'll be on the EU server to join? Yes. So today are going to be duels. Today are on the EU. Tomorrow they're going to be on Team NA. So like whichever region you play on, as long as you can join on the weekends, you can play for either one that you can play. Yeah, Friday is EU. Saturday is over on the NA. Or worst to worst, I guess we could also ban rogues if Griff is like the only one in. We could just be like, all right, knock Griff out, grab an extra body or something. Sub is bad, not OP anymore. Get out of here. You guys didn't even get touched at all. Subtlety didn't even get like touched this week. Your eviscerate got nerfed for PvE content. Get out of here. You think I'm dumb? You think I'm dumb? They gotta do some serious nerfs in order to reduce subtlety. I'm gonna go through all these songs until I'll find a good one. I don't care about this one. I don't care about this one either. I just want to get a good one. You know what? We're gonna have some UFO alien music, dude. My god, you guys hear? I don't know if you keep up with like any world. I mean, I don't keep up with all the world events at all. But there was a YouTube channel that was like, hey, so US government put out some like actual info on actual actual aliens. It's wild, man. They've been putting it out like every few months or so. It's wild. I see I'm on Oceania. Yeah, you can join on NA tomorrow. It's Oceania. Yeah, Oceania homies, I'm more than welcome to join on NA. Get you guys all in here. Yeah. Alright, we got the groups listed, and I guess I'll make... Do I have Corbett lead? Or Nalix. I can make Nalix lead. I'm gonna do that. Hey, we'll make you lead for the queues. And I'll explain to Alex everything. Just keep me updated if you got just keep me updated if we got 5, or let me know when you're gonna bounce so I can take over. Cool. Alrighty, beautiful. We got the groups in. We'll just have Griff roll like normal, right? We won't make SATA-III go last yet. If Griff goes in for like a splendid 1v5, then we can put him on a back burner, right? Or Griff, you want to come in on your Hunter too, that'd be cool as well. I don't really care that much. I just don't like how subtlety is like too OP for 1v1s or whatever. I know. Alright. Spit on a match. M Breezaz. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I actually had such a good time going over all the hero towns, man. I was hoping we'd see more Rogue, but it's okay. Rogues have been put in for last. But if you had Stary? What? Stop calling me old? Говоришь, что я старый? Чё? Как это я старый? Что-то. Пасов, здорово, друг. He's calling me old. It's like, hello, oldie. Or old man. Hello, the old. You have the olds. Alrighty, boys. I do need to get my mix going here, dude. Like, these songs are good, but I gotta go through them because some of them fit in the duel scene, I think, and some don't fit nearly as well. And I want to get the good ones, and like this one is a fantastic song. Oh, boys, here we are. Thanks y'all for joining Switch. Boys, I'm actually dipping out of my classic raid so I can be with you tonight, man. I am canceling my classic raid just so we can spend more time together. Hope you guys appreciate it. We got ourselves Damon, I'm gonna call you Damon, over on the... I like his glasses too. Look at this, man. What a distinguished gentleman. I mean, don't worry about the war paint or anything. He is a distinguished young man. We got ourselves Damon, we got ourselves a Grip on that team, Nalix on that team. I love that mount. I like that mog. First up is gonna be Shaman, bro. Shaman, Zeiss, I'm gonna call it Shaman. McFlurry, getting blasted out by Lava Burst, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Lava, oh, trying to go for a bit of a breath, but Shaman was dipping on the ground, didn't even notice. Gonna be a poly, trying to see if he can let a poly. It's gonna be tricking out of the Shaman is McFlurry, trying to see if he can McFlurry down Shaman. Got himself a wall, Ray of Frost, get that kick, could be in a bad spot, doesn't have to wait, doesn't end up waiting out too long for that interrupt to lock him down for too long. Lava Burst flying in for Shaman. Wall was used earlier on. They're trying to go for a bit of an Ice Fury. Does he himself the big one-shot banger potentially? He isn't playing Stormkeeper, but still got plenty of Lava Burst damage, plenty of up, but Shaman trying to go for a bit of that healing surge, but also making sure to cover his escape with a bit of that Spirit Walker's Grace to give him the immunity to getting interrupted into AO. Trying to see if he can get him so big. So, was that a Shadowmeld? Was that an Invis? He somehow avoided the Lava Burst entirely, or any kind of procs. Lava Burst didn't proc, even though he got primordialed. What happened? Big flurries off of McFlurry with lances, absolutely slamming through the Shaman's health bar. McFlurry, though, does poke out as an earthy elemental, stunning him in place, got himself a bit of the ultra. Shaman, I think, tried to see if he could maybe clean him off of all the buffs, and I think he was able to do so easily. Shift the power does not have an interrupt for it, actually does get an interrupt a little bit later with an Earthshock. If you go for Earthshock, Frostshock combos, you can really slow down McFlurry in place for a good bit of time. Try to go for a poly, but try not to get interrupted. Does get rooted around the corner, not sitting that root for long at all, though. Frostbomb getting set up with a Ring of Frost, making it difficult for Shaman to maybe escape. Looking for Hex, doesn't get a proper Hex. Then it's going to be a Rare Frost around the corner, doesn't have the trip, just trying to see if he can heal right through it. It is able to stabilize himself, but McFlurry still trying to pelt him down with those lances back to back. Lava Burst flying in. Shaman's got himself yet another stun. Big Skykeeper Lava Burst with a Primordial plowing right through McFlurry, trying to see if he can maybe get himself a bit more of a winning position with a poly, with a frozen orb. It's going to be able to get himself a frost bomb. That could be huge here. Lightning Lasso to stop a lot of McFlurry's damage. Does get exploded on for a second, trying to land himself another poly, hoping to just keep Shaman's locked in on that poly as best as possible. He got that poly that doesn't let the guy recover any health during it, so that's going to be huge for him. Burrow down for just a second. Shift the power interrupted, which is not going to be great for the Mage. Trying to go for yet another poly. Does go for an interrupt. This way he can go for another poly yet again, but the Earthshock's flying in. Lava Burst flying in. If you can get a Maelstrom procs right now, Shaman's could be in a huge spot. Trying to go for big Primordial. Sky is going to be Lava Burst, but he just does not get the back-to-back procs of Lava Burst at all with the Primordial. He does a bit of damage, but just not enough. Flurry might be in a bad spot and just eat some meatball for breakfast, with Laura going to be up next, trying to give this man as much of an honor duel, even enough to let his Frosty Shield from the Mage get absolutely eaten up by those Lava Bursts back to back. Is gonna go for the IBF to break out of the lasso. Hex to follow. Does have a trinket. Doesn't want to burn it yet. No. That's on the burning it. I think he was kind of waiting out for a better position. Is able to break out of the roots with a death advance. It's going to be Shaman's looking for a bit of a heal. Dropping down Grotting Totem for just a second, and could be, honestly, Shaman's situation here. Unless... Wait, hold on. Lore with an AMS. He's actually just unstoppable. He got himself a grippy hand. That's going to be Skykeeper and everything. Shaman's going to be in a really tight spot. Silence for a second. Hex needs it. Does get interrupted. I think it just might be over. Trying to see if he can live it. Are you death calling the guy down as a Frost Death Knight? What is this? Either would be a move. That, or he's trying to go maybe for a bit of a healing while Lichborn was active. I'm not quite sure. Nalix also trying to give Lore a bit of the honor duel. He saw Lore give honor duel to the Shaman, did not rush him immediately, wants to give this man as much of a fair chance as well. And Lore is taking it. He's taking it. Man's gonna be a little bit behind on some of his cooldowns though. He doesn't have his wait, are you Frost or Unholy? For some reason I assumed you were Frost. You are Unholy though. For some reason, why did I think you were Frost? I was looking for Frost cooldowns. I was gonna say he doesn't have Pillar of Ice, but no wonder he doesn't have Pillar of Ice. That makes sense actually, because it's not even the right spec. No wonder you're death coiling. That actually makes all the sense in the world. Lichborn is active. Maybe that'll give you a little survivability, but the warrior just slammed right through you with a throw. You just took him out with a throw. That is such a good move. I love that one. Oh my god, the classic, dude. Hit him with that classic Katarina. Also trying to give this man a bit of an honor duel. Alex doing a bit of a dance of his own. My goodness, man. Oh, that is so good. That throw finisher, that is a classic. That's been the thing since, like, I don't know when Heroic Throw was added, but I remember in Mr. Pandaria, or even the Cataclysm, people were like pogging whenever. I guess pogging wasn't a term at the time, but essentially pogging for back in the day. Every time you got like a throw, like a rogue throw weapon with a little dagger kill, or when you got like a heroic throw kill, oh, the satisfaction out of that. Like, just if you didn't play warrior with that, with the heroic throw executes, or if you played a rogue with that throw execute, oh, it is a satisfying thing. It is the best. When you leave the enemy with literally 1 health, quick throw, take him out. It is so good. Katarina tried to go for a bit of a slowdown onto Nalix, playing an Archimage, got himself plenty of mobility. Going to be a reflect. It's actually going to be Katarina reflecting and interrupt back at himself, procking or force procking the what's it called? The not primordial, not temporal, precognition, precog. Proc in the precog to give himself immunity to interrupts and CC for a little bit of time, which could be huge. That's like the best thing you can do as a mage when a warrior got a reflect up. And actually Katarina taking a bit of that damage. That is going to be ultra time. Alex is there to greet him with a fear. That's going to be immediate trinket out of Katarina, trying to go for a bit of a go versus the Mage, but locked down in the Ring of Frost as well as Ring of Fire with an Arcane Surge. Got himself Reflect, trying to make sure he doesn't have any immunity, but look at that interrupt Reflect. You're now immune to that stun that the warrior threw at you. It is huge. All those missiles flying, and Alex got himself a bit of that parry, as well as the damage reduction while the parry is active. That is going to help him at least stabilize a little bit against the Arcane Mage, as long as he doesn't have any dots. Second one kicking in. 32% dampening is going to reduce a little bit of that healing, quite a bit of it in fact. But Katarina at least got himself that perfect opener. And Alex cannot really close that distance unless he goes for a leap or a charge. He's got to find a way to close that distance without having to use his mobility abilities either. That charge actually close enough. Katarina with a blink could blink back. It's going to be a Blaze Storm, gives you at least immunity to any kind of slows. Big touch of the magic onto Alex, could be in a bad spot. Got himself a bit of Reflect. Katarina unable to reflect and interrupt back at himself. Interrupt onto Katarina. Alex is still stunned with Katarina though. There's a blink available, so the Mage is able to counter the warriors you see quite handle, and Alex still taking quite a bit of the damage, but he's able to recover behind the pillar, looking for a bit of a mount up. Katarina not charging at Alex, not trying to finish this game off, just trying to see if he can whittle him out until he gets himself a good position. Alex playing around pillars at least gives him a bit of that cover. Got himself a leap. Katarina not using movement or anything, just trying to see if he can use defenses in order to survive it. Breath onto Alex. Polly right after, kind of stuck out in the open. Katarina looking for cooldown reduction. As a warrior versus a mage, this is definitely one of your hardest matchups. It is not unwinnable. It is definitely ridiculously tough. Does go for the root as he tried to go for a charge. That is also going to be touching the Mage, able to back away from the Mage for a little bit, but that wall of missiles is flying in, having to pop a parry, touching the Mage, still able to stack up quite a bit of damage, looking for a bit of a heal. That is still so much. Next barrage, and I think it's over. There isn't much you can do, especially with the fact that Arcane Mages, once you get low, basically actually do have an execute. Every time the barrage just hits harder just because you're low health. And it's like reducing PvP a little, but it's still very, very highly effective. Interrupt for interrupt as Demon trying to see if he can land himself maybe a Shadow Fury around the corner. Katarina looking to walk in. There goes the full Observer. They actually nerf the damage the Observer can do, as well as the Fiery Portal. The fiery red one that's belching all those flames at Katarina. 30% reduction on that thing. And the Demon, I think now he does 8% of your health and damage with every beam instead of 10. So it's a little bit less damage, a little bit less terrifying, but still plenty effective. I mean, that's just a very, very, very small difference in damage output. For Demon though, he might not be able to win with portals and the Observer alone though. So he's gonna have to get himself a proper setup. Try to go for a stun to Katarina. I guess maybe he thought he would juke while he was gonna he thought he was gonna zig when he actually zagged, I guess, and kind of miss that shot if you're altogether. Blink out of the Mage. This could be a perfect opportunity for a stun. I don't know if Demon has one available or not. It's to a big Arcade Surge. Fear, try to see if he can get himself a Mortal Coil. Wall is available. Looking for Incinerates. As long as he can get himself a big blaster into Cat. Cat taking those missiles around the corner. Just blasting Demon as he got himself a wall. Wall expires. The touch of the Magic is going to slam on him. Can't to follow. Does get interrupted with an Observer up in the air. Katarina cannot really go aggressive while the Observer has line inside of Katarina. If you do any kind of damage while the thing sees you, that is going to be quite a bit of that health damage. Katarina's still holding on to an ice block, so he's got himself a big defensive. Demon can at least put in some pressure on the guy, but his pet is gets separated away from his pet, which isn't ideal. If you can go for those interrupts on shifting power, or at least take away any kind of buffs that Katarina gets every time he gets a shield, if you can start like spell stealing it with your pet devouring the magic, that's going to be huge for your pet. You have to be doing that pretty aggressively every single time you can. Does land the interrupt in between of those balls. Looked for a jig but just couldn't find one. Into a Shadow Fury, has himself a blink to break out of this one. But Katarina is kind of lowish on health, and that's an extra portal spawning in. Constant pressure onto the Mage. He got himself the temporal shield, which maybe will give him some recovery, but kind of low on health actually. Not much they can really do. Also, they did recently nerf the shield, so Prismatic Barrier isn't as effective. It doesn't reduce the damage of magic damage as much, and it doesn't reduce the duration of magic effects on the Arcane Mage nearly as much, which will give Demon at least some kind of a go. Katarina sees the Balloon Demon way up in the air. Observer, back it up out of there. Does try to see if he can relocate behind the pillar. Ends up porting back over just to get a little bit of health. Got himself at least a bit of a shield. Looking to just run away from Demon. Actually, in line the side of the Observer, but not close enough to get beamed, I guess. Shifting power for the Mage does take a full-on gate, but Demon trying to chase after Katarina, trying to go for a go. Maybe an interrupt, missing that kick, follow him over Katarina. Do you have yourself a full setup? Right now, this could be huge. Interrupt him on fire. You need someone way to get out of. I was gonna say, you need something to get out of the way of that chaos mode, but just didn't have anything at the end. And Demon is able to whittle him down over time. Saya is going to be up next as a Zandalari Paladino, charging in over a Demon, trying to see if he can get himself a setup into a full Shield of Vengeance stun available. Wake of Ashes to be able to even stun up the Demon. For Demon, he really needs to swap out the pets. Really needs to get himself a Succubus, because that thing at least will slow down the Holy Saya, and he can do the Succubus seduction to at least CC him a little bit. I mean, the Fellhound can be useful, but not nearly as universally good against melee as the Succubus Demon. He doesn't know where to go. He got nowhere to be. He got himself full wings active, and Cobra is going to be second to last over on that team to fight off through the Paladina. He's got to find a way to combat the this holy retribution righteous threat before him. But at this point, I mean, he's getting at least a bit of that honor duel. How's Saya doing? He's actually got himself bubble. He's got Shield of Vengeance. I imagine Spell Warden as well. So you should have everything, right? Or it should have just about everything available, if I'm not wrong here. Oh man, am I gonna be late on that? Oh, beautiful. Oh, wrong one. That's going to be a shield defensive for Cobra. That's going to interrupt the Saya, charging in, full wings available. That is going to be a bit of a backup for Cobra, but looking for a bit of a different position. The Observer is up in the air, and actually quite a bit of Paladin abilities do count as magic spells, or in that spell category, enough for the Observer to beam down Saya. So for Cobra, if he can position himself correctly while Saya got full cooldowns, that could be damage reversed back into Saya, which could be huge. Succubus CC tricking out of Saya, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of setup. Stun on Jacoby does not have an out for this one. Has to go in for the wall. Saya no longer has wings though, so at least his damage does not have the full force, blunt force behind it. Might be a bubble here. Try to see if he can hold on to the bubble as long as possible until he does take a full-on hit to bat that just reversed it entirely. My goodness, Saya. Them bubbles though are so good. If you can delay those as long as possible to gain the most value, timing that with the Chaos Bolt traveling midair, that could be tough at times. Mortical, no immunity, I don't think. Hold on, Saya could be in a lot of trouble. I think might just be done and done here. Corbin just needs a little bit more damage, looking for Incinerate Sphere to follow. Just trying to CC Saya's Soulfire. Does go for Layered Hands. Not going to be enough meatball to the face, and Corbin does end up taking him with Masterfoot, taking him out with just a bite or two. With Grifka rushing out there. 74% dampening, you're not healing anymore. Whatever trinkets, whatever cooldowns you can get out of the enemy target, the better. And right now, for Masterfoot, it might be a trinket situation. Full Sepsis by Griff, Shadow Blades are available and everything. Cheap Shot to follow, Secret Technique right after, trying to see if he can just cleave down the Druid. Druid just, all he can do is press Bear Form, Heart of the Wild, start trying to heal at 74% dampening. At least his healing has been buffed recently, but like that's about all he can do, is just let Thorns do damage to the Rogue. That's literally all he has access to. Blind Trinkets out of it, Gouge to follow. Oh no. Yeah, it's, oh my god. I think a battle match trinket ticked out at the end, didn't it? Everybody got a chance to play evenly. That was so good. Oh, that's my favorite, dude. The duels where everybody gets a chance to play and everybody gets like an opportunity. I love that. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más. Saya as well as Nalix. Let me know when you guys got 5, or if you're losing any of the bodies. If you guys got less than 5, let me know. I'll take over. I'll make it. I'll join the group. We'll try to get some boys in over from the team EU. We'll get your groups filled out. We're ready. Beautiful. Where are we at for? We got 501. Well, that's our first 501 game. Let's do a. What arena do we do, man? Dalaran Sewers, I guess. I have no idea. I have no clue. I feel like besides Nagrand, none of the maps are even. You know what I mean? Like some of the maps, like Blade's Edge caster map, right? Blackhold, or like maybe not Blackhold. Hook Point can be very much a melee map, or very much like a rogue map specifically. Lordaeron can be melee usually. Yeah, I'd say melee. I'd say a lot of melee usually end up doing there, right? There's some maps that are just better for certain classes. And the Grand is like the only even one, but I don't want to be playing only on the Grand, you know what I mean? Blade's Edge is always a good one. Blade's Edge is really good for casters. That's about it, though. That's the worst part. It's fantastic for casters. Very caster heavy map. Also, chat. Just now, pretty sure, Krem would have to check for me. The newest video going over the 12 hero specs, hero talents, has been released. If Crank could be beauty, and link him in the chat so you guys could go at least give it a like. And then you can watch it later after the stream is over. That'd be great. It's just me going over the hero specs, what's new, giving you my thoughts, all that stuff. Oldham, that's too big. Tolvaron's way too big. Switchfoot, yeah, it's too spaced out. Got ourselves Katarina over on that team. One not first up. Looks like they're sending Saya first with Laura in the back. We got us a Smug Flurry. I love your mouth. Are you a Nightborn? I just noticed you were Nightborn. I was thinking you were Night Elf. That's so cool. We got us his Masterfriend here as well, with Demon gonna be first up. Saya giving him plenty of opportunity to summon up all of the demons, get all of his gateways out and about. With a Mortal Coil, immediately dropping in an Infernal, as Demon does not want to spend any time messing around with Saya. Looking for a stun. Immediate immunity with that Spell Warden out of Saya. That's actually very unusual. There's gonna be a gateway for Demon. He does have like 2 gateways to light up. There goes the Observer. Zap and Saya. Only certain ability. Oh, he doesn't even matter. He just slams down the Observer as soon as he got a global. Searing Glare onto Demon 2. Try to see if he can deny him any kind of CC. He doesn't even need to go interrupting the fear. Does have a rebuke for the Casval. That is so good for him. Poured out for Demon. Back it up out of there. Fear into Saya. Shield of Venice no longer holding strong though. With the Casval slamming right into the Paladin of Fear right after. Does get CC'd. Does he have an immunity for this one? He may need something. Does go for Lay on Hands. Hoping to save the last bubble for a little bit later. He is getting CC'd back to back. Fears into Mortacles, but I think it's just out of options. And Saya trying to see if he can cleave him down while backing up out of there as soon as he can. That is a rough one, man. That is a tough one, with Shaman gonna be up next. Minute 28 into the duel. Not a lot of dampener, giving the man as much of an auto duel as possible. Let him at least sit down, eat that mage food, and get a bit of that recovery. Over on the team, we also got ourselves. Did I introduce Cobra, Griff, as well as Nalix? I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I went over the team 1 with Lore, McFlurry, Masterfoot, as well as Cat. Saya immediately up with wings. Shaman's with a Guardian, trying to see if he can go for a little bit of that self-healing, looking for a bit of that like recovery by the looks of it. Shield of itself for Saya just to give himself a bit of cover, while the Wall of Water is giving him the pillar that he can kind of handle behind. We're trying to wait out for the Shield of It's knocking him up to knock him back right after. That's quite a bit of mobility, or quite a bit of knockback effect that Shaman's has. Looking for a quick Hex into Saya. No trinket available. Gives Shaman a bit of a chance to recover some health, as the guy is rotating a wall. Not really looking all that good. Feeling the pressure from the Paladino with a lightning lasso. Bubble is available for Saya. I think he may want to combine Bubble together with Wings if he has it. I don't know when his wings are coming back up. Does go for the bubble in case there's going to be a mad lava burst combo. Immediately, I think it was a grounding on a Shaman. Yeah, immediate grounding in case the Paladin was going to rush and try to see if he can stun him, hoping to counter that aggression. But Saya just goes in for that regenerating. You see the bubble out of Saya? He usually pairs it together with the regenerating just to give himself full heal. Wings are available. Massive wake of Ashes cleaving right to the Shaman. Shaman looking for the Hex, trying not to get interrupted. Does not get a rebuke out of Saya, trying to go for them jukes, but with those jukes, he never actually get a spell cast. He had to go for it, I think. He had to go for it. I think, if anything, the Shaman, I'm not seeing him run that elemental shield overload ability where you could use that lightning shield as well as the earth shield to knock the enemy back and root him. I think if you add that into your PvP like talent loadout, you're gonna have such a good time with that knockback ability in duels, especially against melee classes. It is so good because you have knockback with the Thunderstomp, you have a knockback with that ability, and then you also have a knock up with the Burrow. That altogether could be a really cool combo. Holy Saya does not focus down the Observer at first until he sees the beam, and then he goes slamming him down. It's so weird how some of the Paladin abilities, even though you look at it and they're like, hey, definitely a melee hit, right? You think it's a melee class right there. They're technically spells. Anything that locks him out from like being silenced does count as a spell. Infernal dropping down behind the wall with Saya. Kinda stuck back there. Got himself laying hands. Will want to try to use that thing as soon as humanly possible, I think, because his health is really starting to hurt. Stun into Cobra. Does get hit with a succubus CC. Break it out of it because he's got full cooldown, so he needs to find a way to send his full go. Fear onto Saya. Full immunity to the interrupts by Cobra. Does go for the Mortal Coil with the Fear right after. It is going to be a big break onto Saya. There's that Leo dance to counter the kills, but before it even lands, is at least able to get himself a bit of that recovery, and that's going to be Cobra. I'm switching to the wrong guy. Cobra able to go for that full-on gateway, back it up out of there towards the other side of the box. And Saya back behind is back to a corner, Can't really do much here. Does stun the Succubus. It can't even go for the Succubus CC to stop Saya. He's got himself the Shield of Vengeance. Should be using it as soon as possible. He's got himself a shield for Cobra. He needs to find a way to create some space between Saya and blast him out to smithereens. He got himself Reflect, so maybe if he can reflect a Hodge back to Saya, he'll be in a great spot. Bonza fell, Fear to follow is gonna break the bonds with a Soulfire, but after needs himself to reflect. I think Mortal to give himself a bit more survivability. Fear to lock down Saya some more. Kane's Bolt might be enough to take him. Trying to go for a big stun. We need one more big cast. That portal is gonna do him in, and Cobra does end up taking him. Looking for a gate as soon as he can, but Flurry is able to hit him with a breath, Polymer, Frozen Orb. Everything is available. Cobra, I think he's just gonna shatter to bits here in a bit. Does eat a Frozen Orb. Doesn't look like it shatters. Trying to see if he can switch out the pet. Quick reflect. That's going to be an Observer. McFlurry, I think, is just going to commit full damage unless Cobra can find a way to heal. You need an interrupt right now. Oh, yeah, there's nothing you can do. Cobra just going to, McFlurry is just going to commit. Alex from one Mage into the next. Last time you fought an Arcane. This time it's a Frosty. As McFlurry got himself the Altar, so if he takes a lot of damage, he should be just okay. He's able to recover a bit behind the pillow, shift the power right after. And Alex trying to see if he can get himself a Blaze Storm while immune to CC. Quick, right stun as the Poly comes out perfectly lined up. Because Stormbolt has a bit of that travel time, you can have it be mid-air as you get hit with the Poly. So that's huge for him. Freeze into a Ray onto Flurry, but or onto Alex, but Flurry does get hit with a Fear, so Alex is able to at least deny a lot of that built-up damage. Flurry's still in an okay spot. He can block. He got 2 blocks. He can get himself recovery. Plenty of recovery. Alex with a defensive stance, taking a bit of damage from a Frozen Orb, as well as the pet. He can get himself second when healing. Trying to go for a stun into Flurry as he tried to go for a blink. I think he's Shimmer, right? Into a trinket out of that breath. Interrupted Flurry for just a second. He's got himself shield, but that thing breaks super quickly. Full parry out for Alex. Looking for those executes. He just needs one more big hit. I think he might just have Flurry into a Poly. Oh, just cleaves him with a Blade Storm. Taking him out. Well done by the Warrior, but from one Mage into the next. You were able to fight a Frosty Mage, but an Arcane is just a whole nother beast. It's a whole nother category. Maybe this arena with the positioning and the boxes, maybe that'll play into Alex's favor. It looked like playing around this lower platform area where you kind of like have this lane that goes up into the ramp that's the stairs. Maybe if you can get Katarina in that similar field, that'll be less room for Katarina to maneuver around, because I feel like that did end up kind of limiting Flurry's mobility there a little bit too. Katarina is just going to take their advantage on top of the platform, giving himself as much space to work with. 2 boxes with a bit of line of sight. Should be just fine. Trying to go for Ring of Frost into Alex with the breath right after, since he's able to avoid it. Warther is becoming a legendary member for 20 months in a row. My guy, can we get a hashtag Warther? Actually, hold on. I thought I could like react to Warther's thing. Did YouTube remove that reactability? I thought I could like heart the actual like alert or something. Is that not a thing anymore? Oh man, it was a thing like that. What, last week I think it was. Man, YouTube, what is that feature? That's actually a really cool feature. Alex charging in, picking up a bit of healing, double charge onto Katarina, and able to get knocked back by Kat because he's mid-Blaze Storm. Got himself a bit of that reflect. Interrupt him on Arcane. That's going to be the Fire Breath, looking for a Ring of Frost. Oh, it does get frozen. Katarina is still taking a bit of damage, but a full touch of the Mage onto Alex with barrages. There's just nothing he can do. Just Arcane blasted the guy in the back. Oh, no. Griff is the last one left, or for the team 2. He's got to find a way to fight through Katarina, Masterford, and Lore. The entire team could band together to find a way to fight through Griff. And I think they could. If they play like a team, right? Katarina is to force out as many cooldowns out of Griff. At least, if anything, if Katarina can die closer to the team, if somebody can snag Griff immediately with a bash or like a stun or something as soon as Cat goes down, that could be a bit of that team effort to take down the rogue. Because rogues are rough. We are playing the game into the 9-minute mark, 47% dampener, boys. The Katarina goes in for a blink, immediately to break out of that cheap shot all the time, active immediately. So no matter how much damage Griff does, unless he does the most amount of damage or the entire health bar worth of damage in a single global, Cat can always immune it. Goes in for an ice block just to break out of the CC. Dots are in onto Griff. Trying to go for a bit of Ring of Fire to make it harder for Griff to escape out of this build. He's still taking damage from another Tempest. Hold on a second. And actually going to be Griff backing up out. I feel like if Cat kept pushing in that direction to forge Griff behind the pillar, that might have been a different story, right? Blink immediately out of Cat. Does not have a way to easily bounce out of the damage of Griff. It's going to be a human racial to break out of that stun though. Got him some shields and a poly onto Griff. He's a little duck. Oh, look at that. That duck got daggers on his little paws. Oh, no paws. Flippers? What do you call them? Feet? What feet? I don't even know, but the daggers go on the little feet. It's so cute. Zap onto Katarina as they are able to port back to their last planned location. Was that altar time, right? Might have been altar. Does not have altar this time around. Does have invis, so at least you got a bit of that DR. Griff trying to see if he can knock you out in the open. There goes the knockback. Try to root Griff, but he does manage to escape the root immediately. Second root, Cloak of Shadows. Katarina just needs to survive long enough, but I think it's over. Unless you somehow live. Yeah, there's no way. There's no shot. Masterford needs to find a way to get an opener on you. Immediate vanish out of Griff, as it looked like Masterford was not gonna jump your bones immediately. He was just gonna rush out, let you get the reset, but the man immediately commits a vanish. That's gonna be a tough one. Maybe for Griff it's tough. Actually, it might be tough for Griff. He doesn't have an escape. 10 minutes into the duel, almost 11, 57% dampener. And we'll see if Masterford, I think, is as good of a situation as it can be in. Like, Griff got himself blind, so he's got himself one way to reset. So maybe that's I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. It's definitely going to be a tough match either way. Because I'm trying to think of, like, ways that Griff can catch a reset. Yeah. I guess Sprint could let him get a reset pretty easily. So literally rush over to the, to the boxes. Does go for a kidney shot. Masterford staying in the barrel form. Shiv after. Wait. Is Griff trying to take the game into further dampening? Because that's his like favorite play. Trinket. Oh, gouge as a convoke comes out. Masterford is convoke. I didn't even realize it. Trying to go back into bear form. If anything, Masterford just wants to be in bear form when it gets opened up by Griff. It is inevitable. There are a handful of things that are inevitable in the world. Death, taxes, more taxes, but also a rogue catching that opener idea every single time. No matter how hard you try, they're always going to get the opener. Masterford trying to go into that feral form though. Hold on. No, back in the bear. Maybe I was trying to see if he can go into feral. Maybe find Griff randomly. That is a little bit tougher. It happens, but I don't know. I don't think the stealth of ferals and rogues is different. Like in terms of like, you don't really have one that's like stronger than the other nowadays. Maybe like back in the day, I'm pretty sure Prowl was not as good as stealth. Like rank 2 stealth, rank 3 stealth or whatever. But nowadays, I don't know. I always see rogues get the opener on ferals. It's rarely the other way around. Griff with a blind, Masterford out of bear form, Trinket bear, just so he can at least bear the damage. Does go for the full-on wall. Griff with Shadow Blades, back it up out of there. As soon as he sees cooldowns out of Masterford, evasion, immediately. Griff actually does not have a Trinket. Hold on, Masterford has himself a win condition. He's gonna get himself a bash and full convoke while in cat form. Can you do it? Maim? Full convoke? Is this enough? Hold on a second. Oh, no way. Hold on. Griff is at no hold whatsoever. He's trying to see if he can survive it. Cloak of Shadows to remove any bleeds. That's going to be Masterford with the Cloak of Shadows. You got to get some bleeds on the Griff. If he can get some decent bleeds on the Griff, he'll be okay. Bash. He just needs to get bleeds. Griff with the vanish. He got himself a bit of a shield. Masterford back into bear form. Kidney shot. Griff trying to see if he can take him down right now. Is this enough? I think he might just have it. He does have it, but the bleeds are in. If Laura can get back over to Griff immediately. Oh, I was going to say Lichborn? I think Lichborn would have actually let you escape the sap, but maybe I'm wrong on that one. Death and Decay does get a dot onto the rogue. I don't know if the bleeds as well as the disease is enough to take down the rogue. Gouge barely lasts anything though. Stun, I think it's over. Trinket! I told you, maybe they might have needed to use the entire team to take down the rogue, but they were able to do it. With Saya picking up 2. Griff almost making it out of there like a bandit, but the team was able to put all of their efforts together to take down the rogue. And it's so good to see. Well done, well done. Let's get another one going. Uno más, boys. What did you say? Can I roll, please? Yeah, go for it. I didn't say anything about you having to go last. Yeah, you could roll. I said it off the bat, like, yeah, you could roll. Well, I said we'll have you roll in at the very beginning, but then later down the line we can have you like go last, just so like, you know, once you have yourself a good game or whatever. Just rogues, subtlety in particular, just a little bit too strong in 1v1s, pure 1v1s. Ready? Beautiful. Breezaz or Saya, or yeah, Breezaz. Let me know if you're ready. That's last one for me. Okay, sounds good. I can take over after. Cool. What's your favorite and least favorite class to watch in these 1v1s? We need one invited friend sack. Okay. Beautiful. Least favorite, most favorite for me. Oh, that's a good question. I think I like watching anything that's off meta generally, right? If it's like not a popular choice, not getting a lot of arena play, but it somehow ends up slamming, that's usually my favorite. I think it's not even as much as like a class, it's more like there's certain players that just have like a very, very fun gameplay to them. I like watching Afflictions, and watching Meekle has been really fun as Affliction. I love watching Chills on the Frost DK when he's slamming on a thing. Oh, it is so good. I got the axe in my dream. Oh no. I was gonna say, like, I was gonna be happy for you, but you said axe in your dream. Good morning, invite a friend? Okay, I guess your friend isn't joining, so we'll open up the group. Okay. I'll take over. A real quick like. A real quick like. We got a group listed, boys. Got a spot. If y'all want to join them, more than welcome to. Saya's friend is waiting for his AFK for now, but we got a spot. If y'all want to join, more than welcome to. Least favorite, I think Subtlety Rogues. It depends, right? Because Errorless, watching that man play is actually very fun. Or watching like Boris play Subtlety, very fun. Because they're super aggressive. They like taking risks. And Speed also is another one. Because they play so well. They know their damage rotation. They don't pussyfoot around with the resets because they just the amount of confidence they display with their class. They can go for 1 in 5 easily and do that like with 2 health. And that's like the most fun thing for me because it's like it makes for a very, very close duel, very, very fun to watch. But they're so confident. They're like, dude, I just need like 20%. I need 12% of health and I'll be fine, right? It's the least fun are the ones where it's a Subtlety Rogue that catches like a million resets until like everything crits, and then he's like willing to commit cooldowns, and then otherwise it's just gonna be reset after reset after reset. Like this, the worst thing to watch is a Subtlety Rogue who goes in 30-second of wait time while for DRs to drop, goes in for a cheap shot, couple of backstabs, shadow strikes with a dance, right? Maybe gets a secret technique, cheap shot 1, cheap shot 2, and then during that cheap shot 2, he'll sprint behind the pillar. Or worse, if it was cheap shot, shiv, sprint behind the pillar, so the enemy is like slowed. Unless you got like crazy mobility like a leap or like a charge or something around to try to catch him, like he can't counter reset. It's even worse if like if you go in for a cheap shot and then you cheap shot towards the end of his subterfuge and you shiv as you're running away with sprint to, not even burning dance. It's like, okay, I guess it's an opener, but like it did nothing. You're at the open and then you're going to be 30 seconds waiting for DR and reset. It's just... Yeah, it's just a very... Subtlety Rogues in general are not that fun in 1v1 just because like what the problem with it for me is it feels like one-sided a lot of the times. It all depends how the rogue plays it. But like, if it's an aggressive playstyle, then that one-sidedness doesn't feel nearly as bad because it's like the guy is just absolutely slamming, right? Sub-rogues are incredibly good right now. Like if you're not out there catching crits left and right and one-shotting players, you're not playing Subtlety correctly at all. You know what I mean? Like if you just watch like any decent rogue player, like Naj for example, he just slams the entire time. Every time he's got cooldowns, he slams. Like unless he's in the CC, he's constantly slamming. There's literally zero excuse, you know? But yeah, it all depends on the player more than anything, right? Errorless, love watching him play. Boris, Speed, love watching him play. Most of the other sub-rogues, like, yeah, not really. Another one that's fun is the subtle assassination, just because of the burst they could do. I also like Demon Hunter, that's always fun. Even though it's kind of pretty strong in 1v1. Like, I never really thought just how good they are until watching Banelink play. But that's an excellent player. So like watching good play like Seavark, I get never tired of it. I can never get tired of an Archmage like Seavark or Katarina for that matter, but Seavark in particular. Watching them play, oh, it's pleasure. Telrion on the Warrior, Krager on the Fury, Archie on the Shaman, like those guys in particular were just really, really fun. Kreiser on the Destro Warlock too. It's not really as much as the class, it's usually the player. Certain players are just very fun to watch. You know what I mean? No, in-game, but in my dream while I was sleeping. In-game, but in my dream. So you don't have the axe, right? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm so confused. You don't have the axe? Well, I do. What is this? Is that your mog? I got my face in the corner. I love the mog. It looks so good. It looks so good. Unstoppable. Yeah, Unstoppable is another good one too. Yeah. Big Black Man, that guy, the LA Shaman, is also really fun. He plays that big one-shotty zapper. He's got the weirdest name out there, but like the guy's really good. I would stop playing before I start. Wait, what? I would stop playing before I started playing like that to win. What, the resets or whatever? Is that what you mean? It's me? Wait, that is you? Why don't you bring Unstoppable back in then? I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I remember you as Breeza. You did play Shaman, didn't you? My memory's been awful. Like for as long as you guys have known me. We need Onomasa, by the way. I guess I'm gonna see if we can get somebody here. Adam. Hey. Hold on. Hey, wanna join 5V5 Duels friend? Because Saya's friend, I guess, did not log in. A Redbridge. Let me see if Kaiser's down for it. He's on right now, so like I might as well ask. Jemis John Jones. I'm give him a second. I'm gonna ask Jemis though. Jelmis, busy. Sorry, all good. No worries, friend. I think the only Frost DK left. I'm the only one. I believe so. Yeah, Frost boss maybe. I know he plays Frost quite a bit, but yeah, there's not a lot of them. There's definitely not a lot of them at all. Who else can I invite, man? Who else do I regularly get in these? I could ask Nick. I guess I'll ask him either way. Wallbanger, I like that name. That's a good one. Next, Roween. Can I ask Roween? Anto, best ready you. That boy does need to get more plays though. Is it almost over? No, actually, we just started more or less. I joined the Axe Club today. Oh, did you? Yeah, I saw. Yeah, it looks good, man. The damage it outputs for Blood DK is kind of nuts. Then again, like tanks have always been like what is it? A class that heavily benefits from like damage trinkets. So like a weapon that has a damage effect. It's kind of nuts. Yeah. He's like, yo, aren't you almost done with those? I'm like, no, we just started. It was like, at this time? Yeah. New timer? Just a weird schedule today. It's kind of one of those things where I ask somebody, hey, you want to join 5V5 1V1 DUELS? And they're like, so how's the weather? The weather's fine, and now we're just having a side conversation about the weather. And I'm just like out here, yo, who wants to join the duels, man? We gotta fill a spot real quick. I think I'm missing 5 pieces, but also means I'm missing 5 gems. You mean like for your best assault gear? Pretty disappointed that I'm missing a few pieces of gear. Means you're still cheeks. I mean, this late into the season. Yeah. Maybe join? Okay, cool. Let me know whenever you want to, friend. Hey. I'll see if SKXL wants to join, maybe. Yeah, just late into the season. It's, gotta do a bit of catch up. But at the very least, you got crafted gear, you got like unlimited amount of conquest you can earn, a limited amount of honor. And I wouldn't worry too much about the gems. Like, gems do help, but like, as long as you get yourself like head to toe best assault gear, you're fine, you know? And if you really wanted like more gems, you could always make a bunch of rings with PvP crafted stuff. How many melee? It's like, I'd say it's like half melee, half ranged. It's pretty even. The weather It's legit end times on blizzard last Sunday, and then 4 days later, 83 degrees. It is like there's like a tornado that went through Ohio not long ago in NA. But yeah, weather's been definitely weird. Rapture incoming. That'll be fun. What the hell? Did somebody just turn in the legend request? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Look at them. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering for a second, like, why is there a random dragon in the middle of Orgrimmar? I forgot that that's a thing. Cool. I like how, like, when you get a Lego, everybody gets to see it. I mean, I guess, like, you had the same, like, with the Evoker legendary, right? You had, like, something roars out of the top of the, well, Draken or whatever, right? Notification. But, like, this is much cooler. Although with how many players can get a Lego on a regular, imagine seeing this like 12 times in a row. That'd be a lot. Okay, SKXR is down to join in. He's coming on the Warlock. I still can't believe I got a legendary and Cata Beta. Dude, I cannot believe I haven't gotten Cata Beta. It makes me actually a little worried because I normally have gotten into like the last few alphas and betas of just about everything. Cata Beta is out. I actually want to play Cata. I'm interested because that is the expansion that I started playing the game in. So not having access to Cata Beta does make me a little bit worried about the war with it because, you know what I mean? Like it makes sense to, if you're doing content on upcoming expansion, having alpha beta access, you could say it helps a bit. At the very least, it can help a little, just a smidge, you know? Okay. Teams are ready. Cool. Everyone here has enjoyed Duels. All good, my guy. All good. I need to find the beautiful. Nice. Y'all being a Cata Baby. I'm not getting a Cata Baby, saddening. Yeah. A little. I'm kind of hoping that maybe like somebody over at Blizz just missed me. That, or I think what it really came down to is because I know that I signed up for Cata Beta before, but every time I kept going to the website to like sign up, it kept letting me like opt in. But every time I refresh the page, it just gives you the button to opt in again. Later though, it's after the Cata Beta has come out, I signed into the website just to make sure, like, log out, log in, and then I press the opt-in button. And then every time I refreshed it, it wouldn't give me the option. It would just say you're already in. So I think every one of those times that I tried to opt in, I wasn't actually opting in. And the last time, yeah, I only signed up last week. Yeah, I don't think I actually really get to properly like opt in until, wow, however long ago it was now. So maybe I'm like, I don't know, should have signed up earlier or something. No idea. Switch. Then again, I never really played too much of like Wrath Beta when I was out, so maybe Blizzard put me on like on the less interested list or something. Who knows? Katarina over for the team 1, first out and ready to go with Devlock joining. I like that. Hold on, the Draenei Warlock. That actually looks so good. Saya in the back of the lore. Both of them are going last, but it looks at a Massford. Likely ready to go as the second one up and running with a breath immediately out of Shaman. Does go in for, are you enhancement? I was gonna say for a second, where's that lightning bolt? Where's the instant cast lightning bolt out of? But actually, playing that enhanced Shaman, so we got himself their wolves at the ready with the wall up as a touch of the Mage absolutely crackling right through him. Knocked back for just a second, cannot really break out of those roots too easily. Does get himself a leap with a ghost wolf for just a second to try to cover the distance with Cat. Able to at least zap you from quite a bit of distance. Also able to remove quite a bit of a buff from Cat, but an Arcane Mage used to have a much less of an advantage over an enhancement Shaman a while back. Way back in the day. Burn down for Shamans, trying to get an opener onto Cat, trying to go for the knockup, doesn't quite get it. Nowadays though, Arcane Mages can run circles around a Shaman. And there's not a lot you can really do. Breath up auto cat with a ring of fire right after touching the magic to combo together. You only got a guardian to maybe keep you alive, maybe a warlock hellstone to help you stabilize a little. Try to go for a hex, but just locked out completely. Touching the magic, I don't think that's what even killed you. I think it was just missiles down with touching the magic, slamming down towards the tail end there. My goodness. As Damon trying to see if he can get himself not too much of a setup. I guess he's I love the glasses on this man. Just a distinguished gentleman. Looking like brutal, like a proper orc, but also glasses on top of it. It's so good. With Cat trying to find a way out of this room with a succubus constantly slowing down. Polymorph on that succubus CC does let you just counter that cooldown. CC for CC, crowd control for crowd control. Full ring of fire, dropping down the observer. For Katarina, it's going to be imperative to take that thing out as soon as possible. Does have ultra, so actually could be okay with just the ultra. Hold on a second, just gonna blast him out, taking those zabs back to back, ultra keeping him alive. Damon's actually taking quite a lot of damage, having to wall this damage off with a quick fear. Okay, but Cat does go in for a nice block, breaking out of the block as soon as the bolt is gone, knocking him up in the air. I barely see the supernova. Yet another bolt is loaded up. Katarina taking that one to the face, trying to see if he can avoid the second one. Still an infernal chasing after he has the entire time though. As Damon goes in for Mortar Coil. Maybe fear? No. Succubus, you see catching Katarina halfway through the missile. Second bolt right after. And that's going to be Katarina with an ult time. Not going to be able to recover too much health. But whatever health you can recover, like, might as well use it, right? Might as well try to get as much as you can. Actually, spending a bit of time barraging the Succubus, not the worst option. If you can eventually take that thing out, that could put the Warlock on the back foot, unless you can summon a fresh new one. Touching the Mage, does himself a defensive. Katarina trying to see if he can blast through it. Knock up on the Daemon for a second. Maybe Fire Breath, trying to avoid the Chaos Bolt as best as possible. That's going to be the Observer up in the air, but I think you're probably just going to commit right second. Oh, double the bolt! Double the bolt into the Arcane Mage. There's not much you can really do. With a Feral quickly just ramping up those bleeds onto the Warlock, taking a big old bite out of the guy with the Cobra. Gonna be a second Warlock out right now. My goodness, that was actually so close between the two casters. But a double Chaos Bolt, man, you gotta respect the double bolt. You gotta respect it. It's a lot of damage all at once. Masterfoot, looked like for a second you might have... It played like an in-game sound. I was gonna say, did he like get knocked out of stealth for a second? Not gonna be able to stun? No, got himself a proper stun. Even the fear letting him land aside Cobra, dropping down Infernal before the Feral can escape his grasp, is gonna be dropping down those ports back to back on the kitty cat. Masterfoot may be looking for a bark skin here, does end up using it. Maybe looking for a wall too. Observer is down. I don't think there's a lot of abilities that Masterfoot can do that can count as magic. That wall is keeping him plenty to help in terms of dealing and eating up a full-on Chaos Bolt. Does have another bolt ready, trying to see if he can get himself behind the pillow for a quick second. Cobra's bleeds are just absolutely ramping right through him. Is going to be able to back up out there for just a second. Masterfoot able to dodge the interrupt from the pet. That's going to be Cobra catching up a full-on Warlock Hellstone by sacrificing one of the souls. Mortar Coil. Masterfoot has a trigger for this one. Interrupt, but I think interrupts someone fear. But Cobra now got himself in a good spot. Masterfoot could be in a really tight situation. Next fear combo that would give Cobra a bit of a breathing room, and if he has enough resources, and it looks like he has a lot of soul shards on him right now, almost 5, definitely 4, maybe building up to a 5th really soon. If he can get himself a bunch of resources, he'll be golden. Got himself a full-on Chaos Bolt out of that nether, but a stun onto Cobra. Not playing the Convoke this time around. The Feral decided to change up the talents a little bit, going with an Incarnation instead. Fear onto the Feral does give Cobra an opportunity. There's going to be one gateway, stun to follow, bonds to follow. If you break it, it's going to do quite a bit of damage. Fear to lock you down further into a Chaos Bolt 1. Second Chaos Bolt almost loaded up, but that's so much damage. Mortal Coil right after having some second bolt to follow. I think Masterfoot might be in a ton of trouble. Trying to go for a bit of the healing. That's going to be Heart of the Wild. Looking for that recovery. Maybe the pet might be able to take away some of the HOTS from Masterfoot. I don't think you can take away that Feral Frenzy though. That is a lot of that clean recovery. Cobra even dropping down a Observer over there as well. But it's not going to be able to do much. Looking for a bit of a capitalize. It is going to confiscate the Feral before he catches a reset. Gateway up immediately. And it's trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a better position. If anything, the Feral does not have a trinket. So if you have some Mortal Coil Fear, try to go for a quick juke. That's going to be a maim off of that Skull Bash. Got himself a full-on stun. Looking to build up some calm points to get the bleeds rolling. That's going to be a Dark Pact for a moment. Masterford avoiding him behind that little side of the pillar. Fear does connect. I was gonna say maybe he doesn't. Maybe the Mortal Coil path him in the wrong position. Fear yet again just to lock him down. Soulfire, try to see if he can leap. That is quite a bit of damage. Soulfire is still able to connect it. That is quite a bit of damage for Cobra either way. But he's not in a great spot either. Board is available, leaving the Feral out there with the fire belching out of the nether. And Cobra trying to go for a stun around the corner. Does get a juke him entirely. Could go for a proper fear. That is going to be short. Have to get a stun. Shadow Fury does not connect. For Masterford, that gives him an opportunity to at least go behind the pillar. Let those hots keep rolling while Cobra's dots are just burning him down. The man is not in a good spot. No Mortal Coil available. Goes in for a Skull Bash just to close the gap with a bite. Taking him out with Nalix or Griff up next. Which one of them is it going to be? Griff is going to be out as long as Masterford is aware that it is going to be Griff. It's a rough one here, man. 7 minutes into the duel, 35% dampener. He's got to find a way to get cooldowns out of Griff to give his team a chance here. Because Saya, Dev, or Lore, if any one of them is up next after Griff, and if Griff does not have a Trinket, or a Cloak of Shadows, or any of the vanishes, they'll actually be in a good spot. Griff looking to pick up the eyes. Masterford could get the opener. Hold on. Griff is going to get an auto attack through the wall, I'm pretty sure. Does go for the cheap shot. Masterford has a Trinket, Bear Form Barkskin. Hold on a second. If he can get himself a bash to the Griff, load him up with dots, maybe that could be huge. He just got to get himself a good angle. Hold on a second. He doesn't have Convoke this time around though, so you don't have that one winning strategy here. You'll need to build up calm points, go for back-to-back bites, sap off of that blind. Griff, I think, is setting himself up another go, and Masterford got nothing for this one. Unless maybe pre-walls it? No, clean stun. Unless you got Barkskin again. Not the biggest secret technique though. I was expecting for that to be a lot of damage. Hell, that Eviscerate did more damage than the secret technique, in fact. Jesus. Griff is able just to keep powering the pressure into Masterford. He's got himself full evasion, so Masterford can't even respond to him. He got a Swarm on the Rogue, and that's really about all he can really do. Maybe he can play some Moonfire on the guy. What, the worst, best? I don't really know what he can do. Try to go for regrowth. All he's looking for is a bit of recovery. I don't know if he can catch himself a re-stealth proper. Maybe? Possibly. Just bear form. He has to bear it. Oh, try to go for a quick rake opener Barkskin. I don't know if it'll be enough. Unless Gouge, Maim, hold on. Full dots are in. Griff is going to take a bit of the damage. The bleeds are up. He is going to go for a bit of a heal. Shiv onto the Druid. Got himself Thorns at the very least. Griff could go for a Cloak just for Shadow of the Dots. Is going to go for a Vanish. That's at least one out for the Rogue removed, as Masterford is able to at least waste some of Griff's cooldowns to give whoever is going to be up next a bit of an opportunity. He's actually putting the Rogue right in that room with Dev going to be up next. Mortal Coil immediately. Do you have a pet? He does have a Succubus. Dash to Warlock setting up. Oh, dropping down Infernal. Griff is able to avoid it with a quick Shadow Step Kitty Shot. Succubus catches him either way though. Portals are open. Griff is most likely going to Cloak. Vanish, trying to see if he can avoid having to Cloak. Shadow Fury doesn't quite connect. Griff is out it, I think. No. He's burning, but oh, no, he's still taking a bit of damage. Portals, though. That Vanish lasted so long. The Groove was able to get himself a clean escape from all those portals. Dab with a Trinket, Wall as well as Dark Pact are both used. Grip with a Blind, as at least maybe Succubus can catch him. Ooh, caught him. He's going to Trinket this. He's going to Trinket this. There's no way he's not. Cloak of Shadows, looking for an escape. If Dev can keep him in combat, I don't know if he can. Succubus is going to be able to sort of gouge. Just got to find a way around it. Got to keep him out of stealth. Can you do it? Succubus catches him. Succubus does the trick. No Shadow Meld, no nothing. Dev just got to get himself a good angle. Port trying to get himself a Mortal Coil. Running after Griff. Portals are open. Is that portal going to be enough? Hold on. Portal by he got nerfed by 30%. He got himself dance. He's just dead. Hold on a second. Succubus catches him. Cheat death. Cheap shot. Hold on. Wait, big secret technique. Oh, I was going to say for a second, shot to burn him down, with Dev taking him out. Well done with Nalix. Giving Dev as much of an auto duel as possible. Hold on. If he's giving him an auto duel, maybe Saya can just walk up and heal Dev. If Nalix wants a proper duel, Saya, you can at least send some flash kills, yeah? North, you can't, Laura can't help. He's just out here staring at him. You can at least get Saya's attention maybe, right? Hold on a second. Is he out there? He is healing. Lich, what is it? The Spirit Leech? Is that what it is? Spirit Leech is at least helping him recover a bit. Saya! I think he's AFK. I think he's probably dead last, so he's just gone. Dev, I mean, Nalix and Dev, that's about as good of a health recovery as you can get at the 59-60% dampener. 11 minutes into the match, Dev got one more competitor. Oh, there he goes. There goes some support. There goes some assist. Dev at the very least got one more competitor he's got to go through it. Can he do it? Charge out of Nalix as Dev try to go for a bit of a chaos bolt. Nalix can at least cleave down Dev as well as a succubus. Try to go for a bit of a reflect. Is going to be able to avoid him. Does deny the stun from the infernal. That chaos bolt still sent midair. Nalix took a huge hit out of the chaos bolt. My goodness. That was a huge amount of massive damage out of Dev. Catches him with a succubus CC while a shadowy portal just keeps belching shadow bolts at the guy. Nalix needs a heal right now. He needs a defensive. Bladestorm, everything is available. Parries up. These portals are just putting constant pressure. I don't know what you can really do. I think it's just over. Got him some reflect. It's just done. Dev is able to take him out. Well done from the rogue into the warrior. Two right there. Masterford picking up two as well. One of them was like, what is it? One big old bite onto the warlock. I see I like no health whatsoever. Stuck up behind the point. Well done though, dude. These warlocks are putting in work. The double bolts at the beginning and then the end. That was yeah, Alex. Yeah, there was no shot. There was just actually no shot. There was nothing you could do. My finger stopped working. All good, all good, all good. It's just a lot, man. It's a lot going on at once, honestly. But you're gonna be dipping out, right? Send me an invite real quick. Send me in if you are dipping. Thank you so much for joining us, my guy. Appreciate you. Mentally came to red. The edge of ever sputtered. Cool. Wait, I guess everyone left before I did. Oh, okay. Everybody left in Team Nalix. Ready? Okay. We're gonna have to make a second team really quickly. Team Nalix broke apart, but we'll get a second one going. So if Griff or anybody else on that Team Nalix wants to rejoin back in, you guys are more than welcome to. More than welcome to, boyos. Well, let's save that one. Cobre, yeah, Cobre, if you got any friends you want to invite, more than welcome to. Who else can I invite, man? So we need a couple more bodies. Let me see if I can get Anto. Maybe Frostboss. Maybe Cajun. Messford is in. Emerald Dream. I could ask him. Get over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical. How you doing there, Skywalker? How you doing, my guy? Cage is like, We're ready, I think. Okay. The game, get the game back in on these dudes. Let's go. We just need two more. I love the game. The game and hockey both love that. I'm pretty sure both of them are the assassination rogues, aren't they? My God. By the way, thank you, Nox, for leading the group. I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Let's get invite, man. I'll unpack it, maybe. Let me actually see. Back to back on the kitty cat, yeah. Druids are pretty good in duels, honestly. We don't see them as much anymore. They're pretty good at duels. They're just not great in overall PvP, generally speaking. I think it's a fair way to say it. It's just, I remember them, they were kind of busted back in like, because they're not that different from Shadowlands, you know, minus the Necrolord ability, like the shield, but like they're just as effective as they were in Shadowlands, at least for one ones. They were just a lot more popular in like PvP in general, because they were pretty tanky, Swarm was good, some of their traits worked really, really well together, stuff like that, yeah. Wait, what is this guy? Arokla? I can't have a prop, man. If you want to come in a red, you're more than welcome to. Let's see. Тут все же люди могут участвовать. Все могут, как его, участвовать. Да, все могут. Все могут. Duels are quite squishy. Yeah, generally. But as melee healer, it's annoying to go against. Because it's constant freedom of CC. Yeah, no, it's huge. They only need like instant cast CC, like instant cast cyclones. And I think you would have like Ferals all of a sudden top tier, dude. Дайте було revenge Druid. Yeah, it was a revenge, dude. Revenge from the Druids, from the days of Shadowlands. Hell, even back in like WoW, Druids were really good too. They had the calls of Shubara, and like they were just eating up Warlocks, man. It was crazy. So Druids definitely have had like a pretty good, like, what is the best way to put it? A pretty good stretch of time where they were actually really solid for PvP. It's like only this season, I believe, they're just kind of mediocre-ish. Or maybe they've gotten like that all throughout Dragonflight. Like over time, people just kind of started playing them less and less because they realized like, oh, we kind of squishy compared to Rogue, compared to Warrior, compared to like every other melee. They're crazy at carrying flags and BGs. Oh, for sure. Their RBG performance doesn't always impact like how they do in duels or like arenas, but you know, there's like a objective where you had to carry a flag in a I don't know, arena. Maybe they will be good there, but yeah, RBGs generally ends up being like its own like category of PvP to a degree, right? A class can perform poorly in like raids, dungeons, arenas, rated PvP stuff, but like in RBGs they can be really good all of a sudden. And like, yeah. Full moon critting. Yeah, full moons were crazy. For Boomkit in particular, yeah. Legion Balance to speak, yeah. Legion Boomy was really good too. That's for sure. We 5V5 1v1 Duels. Interested in joining some friend. I could also ask Zeto. I asked Yawashi. I don't remember Yawashi super well. Hey, Zeto. Wait, he's already in arena. I'll just let him do his thing. We need, how many more? We need 2 more boys and we'll be good to go. 2 mas. And we'll be chilling. Gotta level a tune on EU. So I can be with you guys next time. More than welcome to, man. Although EU accounts, like if you have an NA account, you can't just like, you know, swap servers and just play on the EU. You have to like buy a whole separate account and it treats it like a separate account, so you don't have any benefits of having like a primary account or anything. It might not be worth the investment, honestly. It's really up to you. Even I haven't really played too much on EU. I mostly just do the duels. I originally planned to actually play EU characters over in Dragonflight, but I ended up just leveling a lot of alts from Shadowlands, and I kind of wanted to play all of them on the NA realms at the very least because of all the conveniences and stuff from like your main to your alts. So I just didn't really get to it. If maybe they add like cross, maybe if I can link both accounts and so I can have conveniences in both EU and NA for war within, maybe then I'll do it. That could be fun, you know. Alright, we'll be able to play into the whole underground expansion we're heading into. I'm excited, man. The zones, the zones from the screenshots, because I get to look at the screenshots and like press kit stuff on the War Within zones. Quite often I want to make the thumbnails because, you know, I just gotta want to get an easy background and go into the press kit when they have all the screenshots there. It's like super easy. But like the more I look at the zones, I'm like, I'm really excited for them. The one zone, I forget what's it called. I can invite S. Neural Origin Dawn. Yeah. True, and the EU is going to be hard to communicate with language barriers? I don't think so. I mean, I guess it depends on the server, but like a lot of the times... So my assumption initially on EU was just about everybody knows English, and that's to some degree true. Just about everybody that plays on EU realms at least knows like a certain amount of English to be able to communicate with one another. And even then, like... So for the most part, you should be chilling. You should be fine. Unless you play on like a German only server or like a French only server, but like the number of servers that are like only one specific language or whatever isn't all that common. What's up, Drago? How you doing, my guy? What is the English you're talking about? Exactly. You don't even need like, nobody really has like fantastic English. Like even if you have like enough English, like a broken English, you're good. You're chilling. We need Onomas boys. One more and we can get these groups going. Who else can I in? Fix the game? I was about to see like, yo, you know what? Maybe I should ask Embody. But he's on a vocal plate, fix the game. I'm just gonna let this man chill. I think he might be in his demon hours, but I'm gonna just let him do his thing for a bit. You know what I mean? Just like, let him... let me see if, hey, good doc. Come, be hosting. See if it's maybe down to join in or not. Did I ask Necro? Actually, right, especially in PvP. You just need to know the brief terms. I mean, honestly, if you got a key binding for... I don't have it on this guy, but if you got the pings key binding, like... You can communicate plenty, right? Hey... this guy's drinking, or hey, I want to kill this guy, or if you want to like be toxic to somebody, you don't even need words, right? You just gotta mark them and hit them with that, hit them with that sword icon, or hit them with that warning icon. That's all you really gotta do. I was gonna say for a second, what the hell is happening? This Lazarus guy's out here running around, killing guards, man. What is he doing? What did these guards do to you? What's happening? Okay, who else can I invite, man? Did I ask Nyx? I think I did ask Nyx early, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, who else could I get in? Grain, maybe? Not seeing Grain. I miss Grain. Grain is huge. Grain is good. That man is a beautiful guy. Maybe see teleport if he's out of arenas. Maybe I could whisper him then. But yeah, we just need Onomasa boys. It will be good to go. Did I ask Frostboss? No, I don't think I did. Just hit him with a lull. Exactly, that could work too. Want to offend somebody? Just play a rogue as a troll race. You have the perfect combo. You know, you'll be surprised how many players will be tilted to get killed by like a gnome rogue or like a panda rogue. Like a lot of the times, like especially if they're on the opposite faction, you can't really hear them express that tilt, you know, unless they could like whisper you. That'll only work on the same faction. But you'll be surprised how many people legitimately would just get tilted off the face of the world if you're playing some weird troll race like a Valpera rogue and you just slam through somebody. in seconds. Like, nobody takes Valpera seriously, and people hate rogues. So being killed by a Valpera rogue can really like sour somebody's like day, really sour their day. Yeah, Valpera rogue would do it. Mecha Gnome would do it. Gnome would do it. Male Pandaren would do it for me. Because you normally get killed by orcs, night elves, humans, like that. You're just so used to that. But like someone unusual, yeah, it's a different story. But Rogue, Goblin would do a trick. I don't know, man. Goblin maybe would, but like I think goblins are actually really cool. Honestly. Sure. Send him an envy. You have assist. Yeah, the game. You're more than welcome to bring a friend. I'm pretty sure we have assist, right? Wait, no. Yeah, now we're good. Now, well, now you do. Yeah, now you do. I had to put it in raid. Send your friend an invite. We can get him in. Привет, начал стрима. Здорово, здорово, коматози. Здорово, друг, как дела? Надеюсь, все нормально. Надеюсь, нравится стрим. My god, dude, my Russian is so bad. That is so bad. Or my body? Yeah, body. Oh my god, dude. Maybe I should stop saying body, man. If you look at Twitter, like everything is just a mess, dude. There's drama left and right. Maybe I should stop saying the word body permanently. Eternally. God forbid, man. Ready? I know you are. I know you are. Oh, we got a fifth. I go, yeah, there we go. Technically sixth, but a fifth. Alrighty. The list. Hopefully your friend knows. Amazing. That's such a good name. That's an amazing name. That's so good. Hopefully knows how the duels work. What do I make lead? Do I have the game added? Let me do this. Let me add you a real idea, friend. The game. Let's get this guy in body. I feel like Sai is the kind of guy, he's just so base, he's a Chad, he just loves kicking hornet's nests. He gives two shits. I love that energy about you. Or did the game try to add me before? Let's see your real ID. The game might have tried to add me before. Why don't you just be like the game? Cobra? Hold on, is that Cobra? Is that the boy? Cobra? Oh, it is the boy. You know what? I'm gonna make scratch that. I'll add Cobra as lead, and we will queue. Perfect. Carlos? Is it actually Carlos? Do you know him? Carlos 91. Hey, is that you? Carlos. That work? Carlos. Might be offline. No, wait, no. Oh, you might be offline actually. Cobra, I could just do this. Hold on. Set note. Cobra Warlock 5V5 1V1 DUELS. Also like this, appreciate you, my guy. Cool. I'm gonna make Cobra lead just to make this easier for me. And promote to raid lead. Bounce out. Do the duels going again. Where is it? We'll send to Blade's Edge. I don't know how many more we got in our system right now, boys, because I did start a little late, but we'll get a Blade's Edge done now, in case we don't have too many more afterwards. Also like this? Yeah, go ahead and like this one, boys. Hit this one with a beautiful like. Kren! Unless my video never really went up. It should have. It should have. Yeah, dude, wild mushrooms are gonna be so good. I was so excited to play wild mushroom, man. I'm so excited to play with the wild mushrooms. It's gonna be so good. Okay. Which one do I need? Cool. That we're in. Switch. Hi, just got to run rogue tree and also bad, sadly. Michael, I think, you know what? I feel like they have enough time to fix it. I don't think it's a bad tree on its own, but like pressing feint offensively is going to feel weird. That's for sure. Got us Katarina over for the team one. We got Devlock. Oh my god, the Draenei Warlock looks so good. Just visually, it looks fantastic. Saya first up and about. We got Laura in the back together with Masterfoot, and it's gonna be Griff the Rogue versus not Griff the Rogue. It is the game. This man is just gonna flip in the game, flipping the script on its head. The guy getting hit with a stun. Saya trying to see if he can pick up a bit of damage. Got himself full wings. Big wake of ashes. Game taking huge hits. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. He will not be able to go for Deathmark here big time, will he? Trying to go for Garrod, just with dance. Saya with a bubble. Game trying to see if he can juke him out. Not getting juked out. Saya waiting for him to go all the way onto the bridge before he chases after the rogue, but the rogue catches a vanish. Saya does up forbearance. If the game goes in now, maybe with Deathmark, maybe you could just end the duel right now. You have to go in quick, though. You have to go in quick. Actually, he did send in Deathmark. I guess on the... Oh, just get clicked out, though. That is so rough. He did send in Deathmark, I think, into that initial bubble, right? Might have. This man's got an amazing name, by the way. Amazing. Up next, Saya getting blasted out with grenades back to back. Amazing harpooning. Right as Saya trying to round the bend. Quick blind. Doesn't go for the searing glare, though. He's instead might need to be looking for the bubble or bop. Or Spell Warden. I don't even know which one is going to help you. I think it's Spell Warden if you do anything. Lay on Hands might have to be the next play. Trinket is available. Oh, Lay on Hands with a shield of Vengeance, letting him at least recover a little. Immediately freeze the trap by Amazing. As the man is looking for a bit of an escape, Saya walking through a binding shot is going to end up putting him in a bit of a bind there. Manic Bandages will look quickly for Amazing. Mans doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Got him some Turtle Shell. It's going to activate his tier set. Might be in a lot of rough spots. Hold on a second. Needs a heal right now. Got himself the Battle Master's Trinket. Might be enough to give himself a bit of recovery. Does he have any more defenses? Trying to see to catch Saya before he runs off the ledge. Got himself full explosive on the guy. Looking to end the duel right now. Needs one more big hit. Saya got himself a good position. Kill shots are absolutely puncturing right through the Paladin, though. And he does go down to the pet as well as the dots. Amazing. Pulling off a perfectly set up play there. Well done. Got himself flared down with a camo. Trying to make sure the Master doesn't chase after him. Actually, probably a really good idea that he's standing on this flare. That's a really good move, because Masterfoot wants nothing to do with a flare. He's hoping that the hunters may be out and about, but he's being very careful. He doesn't want to get opened up on him. But for Amazing, he's in a great spot right now. Doesn't have a trinket, so it's definitely going to set him behind a bit. Turtle Shell is available. Got him some Manic Bandages, so at the very least, you can remove the Pharaoh's bleeds. And the man is going to use the flares to help him reposition. Got himself at least a bit of safety. If anything, might even find Masterfoot throughout these flares as well. The man is in a good spot, though. Masterfoot checking over to make sure he's not way back there. He gotta be guessing that he's out there. Oh, someone put him out of stealth. Convoke actually took a lot of those bites into the pet, dude. Having the pet while Convoke is active. That pet ate so many bites back to back, but it also put a Moonfire onto Amazing, though. So the man could not go for a full Manic Bandage. He's got to find a way to get a good go versus Masterfoot. Trying to see if he can jump off the bridge. It's just getting bites after bites after bites. Cannot really do much here. Might decide to go for a turtle. Trinket is available. Trying to go for a bit of a stun into Masterfoot. He does go for a trinket of his own. Death Chakram is on Masterfoot. Could be a lot of damage. Amazing. Taking huge hits back to back. Manic Bandage at least remove the dots. Binding Shot. Masterfoot looking for a big bite. I think it's over. Oh, Binding Shot. Turtle Shell. At least it's giving you a bit of the DR. Unless you get yourself an Exhilaration right now. You might just be done. Got yourself a bit of health to work with. Oh, not survival of the fittest. Bear Fortification. You need an Exil right now. Oh, I think it's over. Unless, no, it's over. That's so rough. That was so close too. He almost did it. Griff is going to be out and about from one rogue into the hunter into the rogue right after. All of these stealth classes, and Masterfoot doesn't have a trinket anymore. The best that Masterfoot can do here is try to get an open onto Griff if possible, or at least get a stun. He's right on top of the rogue. He's right on top of the rogue. Oh no, he walked away. He had no idea. I don't think he even saw him. Sometimes you do see him in stealth, and other times you don't, even if you're in front of him. It's wild. Barsking up immediately. Griff just trying to give himself a big old go. As long as Masterfoot can get a proper stun. He does make Convoke, so maybe he can get Convoke onto Griff with a stun. Maybe evasion up for Griff just to make sure he does get bash HM soon. All Masterfoot could do is run back and forth, get himself a hot or two, maybe put some dots into Griff, potentially. He does need a proper stun on the rogue, though. Goes in bear form, try to go for a bit of stealth. Thrash does almost get the rogue out. Does go for a Shadow Strike, Kidney. No wilds for this one. Does at least go for Heart of the Wild, so at least his defenses are a little bit heightened, and got himself plenty of healing, and also doesn't really use up a lot of mana while healing himself. I don't know if he's got a dot or anything onto Griff. If he does, that'd be great. But the man's at least tanking up as best as possible. 200% dampening at least gives him an opportunity to like keep himself alive and healthy. But as the dampening slowly climbs up, especially without wound poison, that's not going to feel great at all. Griff with a couple of Shadow Strikes. I don't know if Masterford can catch up back to him. He knows there's a kidney shot waiting for the guy. He got plenty of calm points. All he can do is play defensive. The eyes are available. And all he can do is just wait for the rogue. Caught himself a re-stealth. If Griff finds him in a Phantom Knives, that'll be huge for him. I don't know if he's going to do it. He's going to play it safe. He's playing easy. Oh, man. Trinket on that Convoke. You know it's going to happen. Masterford got a Trinket back up too, so at least maybe you can counter the Rogue. Got a Thrash on the guy. No evasion for the Rogue unless he pre-cloaks this. Cheap shots while in bear form, but it's not really doing that much damage. Can't break through the bear fur. Trying to for a step. Doesn't get a proper step either. No. Trying to catch him with a bash. There he goes. Big Convoke. Oh, Trinket, immediate interrupt. Griff no longer has an out. Next stun by Masterfoot. Got himself a pre-wall for this one. Trinket's out of the blind. So at least he's trying to maximize the damage on Griff. Griff is not in a great spot unless he can get himself a proper stun. Goes in for a cheap shot. That was a big bite out of the Feral Druid. He doesn't want to fight him with the thorns. He's looking for that kidney shot reset, but he can leap him. Oh, it does go for the dots. You are dotted. Unless you cloak with shadows, you're not going to get an easy way out of this one. Are you? Hey, cloaking? No, you're not cloaking. He can still find you. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Maybe Thrash? Cheap shot DR! You just hit cheap shot into such a DR! Unless you got yourself the most amount of damage, you're hitting into a bear. Hold on a second. I think Masterford is just gonna take it easy, dude. He just gotta wait until the next bash is up. And he wins this. Griff does have a cheat death. Maybe pre-cloak. But like, that's about all you can really hope for. Masterford just needs himself a bit of time. Griff, looking to avoid him. Is he dotted? No, he's actually clean. Griff, I don't know how he escapes it. I think Griff might just have to wait until he triggers back up. I think that's about all he can really do. Masterford, if you pick up eyes and find Griff, if you just charge to him pressing bash while in cat form, you'll be golden. Shadow Blades out of the rogue, trying to go for dots, kidney shot, hoping to maybe catch Masterford out of bear form. Got himself Barskin. Griff looking for the most amount of damage. Got himself evasion. If he could time that correctly, got himself early evasion. Masterford maybe catches a, I don't know, Shadow Meld. No, that's not going to happen, is it? He's in travel form for a second, leaping away from the rogue. He just gotta wait it. Vanish right after. Does Griff go back in? Masterford doesn't have a lot of health anymore. Hold on, he got himself some hots. Cat from bash. Blind? He's just trying to see if we can cheese him out. Hold on a second. Kidney? Oh, I think it's over. I think it's over, yeah. Nah, yeah, that's so unfortunate, man. That is so unfortunate. He almost had him too. He just needed one more bash and a Convoke, and that was over. And it was over. Lord trying to see if he can get himself an angle versus Griff, but as a Death Knight versus a Rogue, there's only so much you can do. It hits him with a sap around the corner, even though he's dotted, even though he's in combat. The guy just used to AFK for like 3 seconds and drops combat insta. It's just incredible. And Griff, he does have a big, long time Frost Fever on him. I don't know, Lore maybe Death and Decay around the corner? No. Doesn't really get himself that opener. IBF to break out of the rogue stun immediately. Stuns Griff as soon as he can. Cloak Shot is available for the rogue, so at least he can dodge and maybe even avoid some of the frosty damage he's taken. But a second stun, maybe that's something that Lore can maybe follow up with. Griff trying to think to go with a Shiv or Gouge. I don't even know. Picking up the eye, yeah. Unless Lore got himself crazy good mobility to catch up to the rogue, I don't think you're gonna really be able to do much when it comes to your cooldowns. Maybe though, you can keep the rogue out in the open. Cheap shot right after, has himself a trinket. Cheap shot yet again. AMS is available, so Griff knows he doesn't really want to hit him with any of the shadow hits. Shadow that's able to juke him. You know what? As much as I hate watching rogues catch that reset game and play the long, like resetty spaghetti playstyle, I do love a good juke. I do love a good joke. I do love a good one. But Griff, yeah, he likes to draw the games out into high dampener. Just like he doesn't want Lore to have any kind of healing, even though definitely doesn't really have any healing. He loves drawing the games into as high of a dampener as possible. So I don't know for Lore if it's gonna go in his favor at all. Also, he does this all the time. Cheap shots into Shiv, into Sprint, and just goes for a reset. Even though he's got a reset available. He does that a lot. Lore with the Remorseless Winter maybe catches Griff. He's gonna have to trinket it. Stun. He got a second stun of the ready. Hold on. Second stun of the ready. Cloak of Shadows. No, not even Cloak. Does he have a second stun? No, somehow he's able to avoid that second stun out of remorses. I'm actually kind of surprised. Griff trying to see if he could sink in as much damage. Quick cheap shot, taking the guy out. With Katarina as a second to last one. Catches Griff in a ring of fire. Wait, do you just die in a ring of fire? They did nerf ring of fire recently. Does he just die? Sippy cup? The ring of fire does no damage apparently. He walked through it, took damage. Apparently does nothing. You used to give it like a damage over time, but alright, I guess they nerfed it plenty. It doesn't do anything anymore? Because it felt like you walked in and normally I'd be like, okay, like a percentage of your health is going to be whittled down over time. He took like one tick out of it by the looks of it. Did they change that too? You just take damage while you're in there? No longer with a dot or anything? Trinket out of the rogue. Katarina trying to avoid the rogue with blinks back to back. Is going to reverse blink really quickly. Griff is going to be able to get himself a shot of meld. And unless Cat picks up the eye, the rogue is going to get himself a proper reset. Almost. If you're waiting for Griff to walk up a little bit later, up and ramp, it's not like you can really see him, right? But it's like if you just waited like a second or two, Griff I think would have reached the top of the ramp, and then your AoE, reversal AoE with the shifting power, might have gotten them out in the open. It's one of those things that Cat will not know that you actually could have gotten them out. You know, he doesn't have line of sight of the rogue. He has no idea where he's at. Has no idea. Griff able to avoid Cat's sap. That's so cheesy. That is so cheesy. This Cat doesn't have a normal trinket, does have a human ratio, but not going to be able to use it for like about a minute, if not 30 seconds, I want to say. It's gonna go for a knock. Ultra time is available. Griff got himself cloak. He got himself double vanish. Everything is up. As Katarina barraging him down. If anything, at least can keep the rogue at bay. But another vanish does let him get another escape. Katarina not going after the eyes. Actually, Griff is getting very aggressive with that shadow step. Trying to see if he can go for a kick. Doesn't trap him on the arcane. Katarina tried to back up out. There's gonna be an ice block. Wants to go for a reset. Griff has himself a cloak as well as one more vanish and a blind. So he's got himself so many outs. Try to go for a sap. Actually, still was able to do that. Oh man, the dampening at 63%, you're not getting any kind of healing. Unless Katarina blinks into maybe immediate invis or something. Yeah, there's no shot. Human racial, just at least back up out of there. Doesn't leave a Nether Tempest in the rogue. I'm pretty sure you are running Nether Tempest. You need to leave it on the rogue every single time. But at this point, I don't really know what they can do. 65% dampening. Griff has got himself like 20 resets over Cat just because, again, likes the dampener game as much as possible. Cat got 0 healing whatsoever. For Dev in particular, that's also going to be a little bit tough too. Because he's got what? Vanish coming back up. Cloak of Shadows available. He's got everything. I think it's just over for Cat. I don't think there's a shot, right? I don't think there's a chance. Unless he got himself a shield. Barrage onto Griff. Into breath right after. Poly to follow. Got him some trinket in case he wants to get out of it. Ring of Fire does connect, right? No, not yet. He got a step though. I think he's gonna end up avoiding it. Shadow meld? Touch of the Magi? He walks through the fire? Why would you walk through the fire with the touch of the Magi? The amount of damage you're taking right now is unnecessary. Into missiles to follow. Nether Tempest on him that may get him out in the open. Or not. Or not. I guess Nether Tempest no longer does anything. There's going to be a blast onto Griff though for a moment. Cat tried to go for missiles, unable to keep the pressure onto Griff. He got himself a shadowy duel. I didn't even know he had himself a proper shadowy duel. And Dev is the last one that could potentially fight through rogue. 20 resets on Cat, 30 resets on me. That is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is why I'm like, you know what? This is why I do like to add some rule changes in terms of like, okay, well, let's not have subtlety rogues join these duels for the day, right? Some stuff like this, right? Because if you do, not every rogue goes for like cheesy resetty spaghetti plays, right? Overcommitting on those, but some do, and that just, I do prefer to have duels that are fun to watch, even though that means like, okay, rogue is really good for 1v1s. Let's just put him, let's just put the baby in the corner and let the actual classes of the game play, right? Everybody, that's super fun to watch. Is he dotted or is he not dotted? I can never tell, dude. He is dotted. Somebody keep him out in the open this time around. Cloak of Shadows is up. Down with the port. Griff trying to see if he can escape. Is there Succubus nearby to stop the rogue? He's cutting across the middle. Is there Succubus to do anything? Catches him last second. He does have a trinket. He does have a trinket. He has a trinket. He doesn't use a trinket. I don't know why he doesn't use a trinket. She death? Oh, why would he trinket that? He had a trinket. Or is it bugged? No, totally he had a trinket. with Asneril gonna be last one left, or second to last one left over for the team one. Devlock is the last one on his team, trying to see if he can fight through this. If siphoning his health right now, Mind Flayer attacking him, a quick board just crawling on the floor as Asneril trying to get himself a better angle. Horrify effects hitting Devlock back to back. Asneril attacking his own Hellboard with a Shadowboard Deaths, trying to go for a big channel onto Dev. Dev just a wall, plowing through this damage, just toughing it out. He's just playing man mode on this one. Chaos Bolts actually are doing enough damage to start breaking through the disperse, and he barely has any health. Dev with a big old gateway trying to get himself an upper position here. Conflagrations as well as Shadow Burns are actually going to do a number. He might just have it here. Hold on a second. Stun real quickly. Asneril trying to catch up and heal, but at 84% dampening after this rogue game. Thank the rogue. Thank the rogue, Asneril, because the only reason you don't have any healing is because of the rogue playing as long as he is. Cobra tried to see if he can get himself a setup. Devlock got no help whatsoever. There's absolutely no chance unless Dev just combines the most amount of damage with the Cobra. All of a sudden, Infernal coming down, got him some Dark Pact. That's gonna be... yeah, he has to break the bonds of fell. He got himself Infernal, that's about all he's got. Unless you just do the most amount of damage. That, or if he could just somehow survive for the longest time, there's no way. There's just no way. Yeah, there's no way. He does end up coming out on top, taking down the rogue and taking down a priest right afterwards. I feel like Asneril, he would have had a proper game if he didn't have a rogue skulking around the entire time, man. It actually would have worked out fine too. Oh man, let's get us another one going. Probably get teams. Let me know if you guys are ready. Cobra, where are you at? I need to find you real quickly. Hey, let me know if you still got 5. If Cobra got 5, we'll just queue again. If Cobra still got 5 on his team, we'll queue again, because we don't want to leave. We don't gotta leave yet. Griff could genius. Yeah, you know what, Griff? Let's have you go last. Let's have my boy Griff. Invite. Let's have my boy Griff go last, yeah? We'll do it like this. Pass lead. There we go. Beautiful. We gotta list it back up. We gotta get through 2 more and we'll be good. We'll have Griff go last. Just because sub-rogues or the salt of the earth. Some like to call them the scum of the earth. I'm not gonna correct you. Call them what you like. But yeah, I'm just gonna have him go last. Just in 1v1 situation, sub-rogue is just... They're tuned for group gameplay. Not tuned super well for 1v1. And double advantage. And the amount of resets it can go for. I mean, do you want to watch that? I don't think you do either. It's kind of like a range that constantly and successfully CCs melee. Melee can do anything. I think what makes a duel sometimes feel boring is if it's super one-sided, right? If the one class is just bullying the other and there's nothing the guy that's getting bullied can do. That's kind of where it gets a little bit boring. Where it's fun is like it's an even match. Everybody's playing, everybody's putting in the work, right? All that stuff. Why? Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Do not ask me why. You know why. You know why. You know why. Alright, we need 2 more boys. If y'all want to join in, groups are listed over in the raids legacy section on a Team EU. We'll play still a rogue. So it's not all rogues either, right? Assassination rogues and even the out rogues are like watchable, right? It's just subtlety in that 1v1 environment isn't as watchable. They're awesome to watch in like 3v3 or maybe even 2v2 to some degree, right? The amount of control a rogue can execute is great. But in a 1v1 setting, if there's an advantage, there's an advantage, right? And I'm just trying to even the odds so it's a little bit more fun to watch. You know, and it happens every season too. There's always a class that's like that. Feral Druids of Shadowlands was like that also, right? Too many Ferals? Oh man, you know what I mean? There's just no countering that class at all. Because it used to be literally just godlike with the Adam, is that Adam on these monk? We need 1 more then. We need 1 of Moss boys if y'all want to join in, or if you want to invite a friend. Everybody has assist. Doesn't take away from watching the streams, but yeah, bounce please. Yeah, definitely wanted it to be a little bit more even of a match. That's it. That's like, look, is the class of rogue good? Yes. Is he playing good? Well, he's winning, so he must be playing good, right? I'm not going to take it away from the guy. That being said, the viewer experience, the watching experience, is something that I highly value at the end of the day. Frostboss responded back. He's like, yup, sorry, I'm not playing. Still waiting for Frost DK buffs. I feel that. Fastly. Oh, wait, that's me saying that. Never mind. I miss Fleshcraft. No, I don't. Nope. Fleshcraft, nope. You know, Fleshcraft as an ability by itself isn't a bad ability, right? That being said, for PvP, I don't miss it. Not one bit. Nope. Don't miss it. Soul Shape. Again, by itself, not a bad ability. I don't like Soul Shape because it was just that much better than the alternative for the most part, plus the really good soul binds that most caster classes, even hunters, I guess range classes, had to play Night Fae, right? So it's like now associated Soul Shape with like, oh, the Blizzard's favorite. That's really good for an entire raid that lasted 9 months. And then it still continued to be good into the next tier, right? Only later did we start seeing more Venthyr, more Kyrians, more, what is Necrolords, what is there? Night Fae? Yeah, all of them, right? So, but prior to that, you basically had everybody go Night Fae. Just because it's that good of an ability. Then they started to get a little bit more like even with it. But it's like, it left a bad taste in my mouth, not gonna lie. So, not a fan. Most viewers such short attention spams. But constantly good feeding good content. I used to live stream Roblox a few months ago, similar amount of viewers, so I understand him. Yeah. It really comes down to, like, it really comes down to me, like, is it fun for me to watch? Right? Is it fun for you guys to watch? And it's just, as long as it's fun to watch, that's what I like to highlight. Right, the duels themselves. If it's like a tournament setting, then yeah, like the best of the best, you do everything to win, right? You're watching players literally do everything you can to win a duel, and you realize that things are not always going to be fair or even in a 1v1. I think classic duels in particular are a little bit more fun, just because you have zero line of sight, right? It's an open field or whatever, and rogues are not insanely OP in 1v1, but also you could utilize items and other things to give your class an advantage, right? And everybody goes out to farm all these items in a proper 1v1 setting. So you don't really have tuning, not everything is balanced, but players can like create additional balance or cover up for their weaknesses. But classes back in vanilla also had a lot more visible weaknesses, like a warrior getting rooted or a rogue getting rooted. There's nothing you could do. You don't have a cloak. You have vanish, but only like a certain amount of them, right? But you couldn't just cloak out of a root, break out of it easily. So like mobility economy was limited, defensive economy was very limited, and every class was kind of balanced with that in mind. And nowadays, like everybody can do everything. So if one class is like slightly better than everybody else, that slight advantage becomes a huge advantage in the long run, in a way. Rogue versus Metamorph, it's sad. I think early on, yeah. I don't know if Rogue's gotten better, because I know Mutilate's gotten a lot better as ability. You got Kidney Shot, you got Cheap Shot, I believe. Maybe even Garrote. I'm not even sure what Rogues have at 40. But yeah, like early level 25 Rogue, I don't have a lot of options versus you as a Metallock. I can maybe hit you with an ambush in the opener if I have a dagger, and then I can switch to swords and saber slash you down or pistol shot you, but yeah. You got Death Coil? Sure. Oh, at 40? You mean at 40 or like at 25? Because I was talking about 25. I have no idea. Starly Privyet. Wait. Starly Privyet. Передай привет Кобрия. Toro. Спасибо, top content. Appreciate you, Toro. Appreciate you. Cobra. Toto says top content. Told him. Told him. Alright, we don't know us. Who else can I invite, man? Maybe we can do one more, like towards the end of the night. Frosty? I don't know who's Frosty. I apparently have him added here. Is there somebody that logged in recently that I can maybe invite? Grain? First guy I go to, Grain. I'm not seeing Grain. I miss Grain. Wanna join 5V5 1v1 Duels, friend? I'm gonna see if Teleport maybe wants to join. I don't know if he... Oh, he looks like he's already spamming Qs or whatever. Spamming 2s. Speaking about 2s, Kineric was like, yo, Wednesday? I'm like, okay, Wednesday. Haven't got together to play Wednesday. So I gotta hit him back up. But yeah, we just need Onomas and we'll be good to go. They should delete Classic, Trash Classic and SOD. You think so? I don't know. People are divided. I do think that having multiple versions of WoW does divide the community. But I think if, like, look, when nothing is happening in retail and then they have content in Classic, I think it's perfectly fine to play Classic. But when you have new content in retail, they gotta slow it down with Classic, right? And like, I feel like having multiple versions of WoW to play isn't bad on its own. But if, let's say, they put out content in retail, they put out content in Classic, then they put out, let's say, War Within stuff at the same time as they put out Kata, there's always going to be a portion of the audience that just like Classic only or retail only, or leans in one or the other. So there's going to be more players that'll just play whatever you like. Put some real effort into retail. I do think they should not like slow down retail. They should always put effort into retail, right? Classic gets an update, 2 updates on retail. Kata Beta gets an update. Okay, friend. SK is gonna go too. Classic gets an update, 2 updates on retail. Kata Beta gets an update, more updates on retail, right? More regularly. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree they probably should put more attention into retail at the very least. Because Classic, like, the content already exists, right? Devlock is off Tomb, yeah. This side is gonna go for shuffles. That might be the last game of the night. We'll try to see if we can fill out the groups, boys. We'll do this. We'll give it 5 more minutes to fill up groups. If you don't get filled, we'll probably call it there. How did that sound? Because we did stream for about 2 hours or so. CC launch was rough for me because season 3. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if have season 3, have ICC launch, but you probably shouldn't have them run at the same time, right? You know what I mean? Or we go 4v4. I guess we could go 4v4 for the last one of the night, right? We can run a 4v4. Like, we could. We might. Just so, like, if we can't get the groups, we'll just run it as a 4v4. And we'll just call it there. That could also work. Just to give you guys a proper game. Because we can't get the bodies. But yeah, we'll give it like a couple of minutes, and then we'll just run this 4v4 if we don't get a 5v5 going. And go to bed after? Yeah, that could work. That could work. I'll give it like a minute. Just in case. Extra contagies? Yeah, exactly. Extra contagies. Exactly. Yeah, I do agree with the Brizaz. They probably should keep putting like more effort into retail. Like, we'll see what 10.2.6 is going to look like. They're saying it's a bold new patch. Lots of stuff. Limited time event. You definitely got to play it. Otherwise, it's going to be Gonski. Right? They're doing something big with it. They're really hyping it up. On Twitter, they're constantly saying it's going to be a massive. This thing is going to be incredibly big. They're so excited for it. I swear to God, if they're just literally adding like a pirate-themed pet battle dungeon, the community is going to be set on fire. It's going to be awful. They're hyping it up. They're very, very excited for it. They kept it secretive, right? It's better be huge. I'll throw my pants. Dude, imagine if it's just like, it's a pet battle dungeon. Because they actually have had dungeons before, like pet battle dungeons. It's just like a gauntlet. You just go from like one pet battle guide to the next one to the next one. And you're limiting your pet consumables or whatever. They're kind of neat, but like they didn't do too many of them. They did Nomorgon, Whale Cameron's version of it, and some other stuff. That's really about all. Yeah, it was just like a freehold themed pet battle dungeon, and that was what the patch was about. Yeah, no one's gonna be happy. No one's gonna be happy. It better be like they said. There's gonna be an event similar to what they had in previous expansions and previous like patches. A lot of the stuff the players kind of expect, but and more. Yeah, that'd be hilarious if it's a pet battle dungeon. It'll be insane. It'll be like, you guys hyped this up for this? Are you kidding me? What'd you guys do this entire time, right? Because even like some of the smaller patches, they put in, you know, very, very little effort, time on PTR. Like some of the smaller updates that have included like an entire like overhauls and huge new systems and like big events in the world, open world events. They put in like less time on it, and they put a lot of time into this patch. We've been waiting for a good bit. Yeah, for your pet dungeon. All makes sense. It'll be insane because it's like you had months on this. It feels like they took more time in 10.6 than all the other 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 updates, right? 0.5, 0.7, I guess, to be fair. It's like you took months on this. It feels like it's been months. But maybe it feels like it's been months because usually they have a PTR so we can like see the progress, see what they're doing. We can count the weeks, you know? Because all the other patches, I felt like they took very, very little time on them. Like it didn't feel, it actually, it's like, it feels like it didn't take a lot of time, but also they came out way faster than most people expected. Because there's multiple times that you have like a patch going PTR, right? I deleted my pets, yeah, it's probably same, honestly. I'd get rid of them and be like, hey, thanks, great update. Too bad I don't have any pets to use it on. Yeah, let's do it, we'll run it. We run it as 4v4. Yeah, we'll run it as a 4v4 real quickly. I'll get it out of the way, boys. Start 4v4. Okay. Griff goes last though. Rogue last. Sub-rogue last. Griff last. Okay? That's gonna be our one rule. If Griff does not abide by the rule, we'll have to make some adjustments. Like, we'll probably just let entire Team Breeze as jump the Rogue. And just let Team Cobra, like, hang back until the Rogue is dead. And then we'll be like, alright, now we actually do. Griff goes last, alright? What do I throw you guys into? Hook point? Alright, we'll do it. We'll run it. Last one of the night, boys. Last one of the night. Quick 4v4. Alrighty. Quick one, and we'll call it there. I missed out on classic raid just to be with you boys. Can you believe it? Hope you guys appreciate my efforts here. I want to get a different song. You know what? I kind of don't feel this one anymore. Remove from playlist. Get out of here. Scram. Flee. Never to return to any of these lands. Alright, here we are. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 with Katarina over in the back. We got ourselves Holy Saya as well with Laura in the back. As well as Masterford waiting patiently for his turn. Adam Fever. Oh, Adam Fever? Is that how you're supposed to say your name? I'm going to call you Adam. This man is ready. Look at him. He's ready to go. Grew up on that team. We got ourselves The Game joining back in as well as Cobra as well. Alrighty. Is it Adam? Is it first? I like your mug. I'm not a big fan of this haircut. It's almost like a bowl cut, but not quite there. It's almost there. Just not quite. You know what I mean? Game first up versus Cat. At least the Assassination Rogue got that garrote to deal with Katarina, but he's just gonna back himself up into a corner, waiting for the guy to get his opener. Sap immediately does himself a good go. Cheap shot. I think he's waiting for a garrote later. Subterfuge? No, never gonna be able to get a proper garrote. Katarina trying to get himself a bit of a go. Game got Cloak of Shadows. Does he use it? He's just going in for a bit of a Warlock Hellstone. Kidney shot onto Cat, but I think he's... Was it a kidney shot? I might have missed it. Might have been a kidney shot. Big burst out of the game. My man might be in a lot of trouble trying to go for a Cloak of Shadows. He needs to find a way to get just a little bit, just a smidge of damage on the Cat without committing all of his cooldowns, but the guy got no help whatsoever. Ring of Fire does catch him. Or no? Or does catch him. Okay, look, it does do damage over time. Okay, so it does do damage over time. What? I looked away for a second, and the guy was just gone. Okay, so Cat immediately just denied the Rogue any kind of a go. Big leg sweep on the Katarina. Does have a blink with an all-time at the ready. Adam getting hit by a breath. Trinket to fall. Got him some Serenity. Zoem, as well as Thunder Fist. Cat might be in a lot of trouble. No Ultra. Oh, well, he does have Ultra. I guess he just didn't use it fast enough or decided, you know what, I'm just afraid. That's a lot of damage. I don't want to find out. No more block though, so that does allow Adam to go for a proper karma. He's trying to see if he can maximize some offensive pressure, but see it, Katarina backing up out. He's trying to find himself some line of sight. Ring of Frost to stop in place, another poly to follow. Ring of Fire, so you can't even escape it all that easily. Missiles to follow, slow down. One more barrage will end up taking him. Interrupted with a barrage walking back into the flames. Oh, it's over. It's so over. Oh, it's over. We're back. No, it's over. It's over. It's over. Cobra, third one up next versus Cat. So far, the Mage has been able to fight through the melee easily. But Industrial Warlock, I think, is going to end up being the wrench in the cogwheel there a little bit. This playing into the interrupt pet, Katarina trying to get himself the bearings behind the pillar. Ring of Frost maybe to stop the pet in place. I think does end up freezing that thing. Got himself lining out into Cobra. Breath to follow. Maybe an opener. Pollard right after. Into Reflect by Cobra. Trinkets it just to make sure the Reflect goes out. Full damage on the cat. Got himself the Altar. Full touch to the Mage. Burst onto Cobra with a Mortal Coil. Katarina is going to take a lot of damage. Reverse it back maybe? Or no? I think your pet might have eaten your Altar. I think that's what happened. That is unfortunate, man. When the pet is that Altar, that is unfortunate. Bonzafell doesn't connect. Unless the Invis broke the Bonzafell. I'm not even sure. One-man army? We'll see, we'll see. Got himself the images at the very least, reducing some of the damage taken, backing up out of there. If you can get yourself some shifting power for cooldown reduction, that'll be huge. Cobra just trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a go. Katarina actually canceling out the shifting power. I think trying to see if they can maybe juke out the pet with an interrupt. Does get interrupted onto Ring of Frost with the portal opening up. Cobra just chasing after the Mage, not giving him much of a go. Swapping out to the Sin Land. Is Masterfree going to be up next? Get himself that proper opener. Convoke the Succubus can't really stop the go. The Succubus will not be able to stop Masterfree unless he's out of feral form. So as long as while he's in feral, he got himself plenty of CC reduction. If anything, the Succubus can at least slow down the feral. So maybe it's still useful there. But it's definitely not as good since you can't use the Seduce on non-humanoids. And while you're in beast form, you are not a humanoid. You don't count as a humanoid. Try to go for a kick. Skullbear doesn't connect. That's going to be Soulfire. As the Fear comes out into Masterfood, that's at least a little bit of damage. Got himself at least now humanoid form. Maybe this way you catch him with the second C. Shifting into bear form just to avoid it as best as possible. Just waiting out in bear to try to see if you can tough out the fires. Actually, oh, it's so DR'd. It is so DR'd, but does at least get the second CC. You can't do it. Trying to think to go for a clone on the pet. Is that what you're trying to do? Mortal Coil sent in. No more trinket by the Feral Druid. Cobra trying to go for a fear, but he realized he's fully DR'd on the guy. He can't really commit. The pressure is going to be a full clone onto the pet. Cobra just needs to buy himself a little bit more time. No Mortal Coil for a little bit though. Succubus will not be able to get a proper go whatsoever. Poor to follow for Cobra. Just try to buy himself a bit of time while putting Succubus out in the open. And the Succubus with a slow is actually quite helpful. And if you can maybe go for Succubus C while he's going for a bit of the regrowth, that could be huge too. Catches him, gives Cobra an opportunity here. He's got himself an angle at the very least. Masterford is going to want to back up out of there. Fear to follow Soulfire is upon him. Maybe Casable to follow Shadow Fury. Does not connect. Goes on the bear from looking for a bit of that recovery. Man, that actually is so good. The Bonzafell didn't get any value since Masterford was stuck in place the entire time. But at least he got himself the Succubus CC, which is exactly what you needed. Regrowth was up for Master. Got himself the entire full, what's it called? Heart of the Wild. So he's got himself plenty of defensive power with it too. Got himself full bleeds under Cobra. The man is just melting a little, swapping out the pet since he can't really get himself a full lockdown with a Succubus. But the primary pet, the Fell Hunter pet, can at least remove hot and other beneficial buffs from Masterfruit. At the very least, is better than nothing, and maybe can even get an interrupt on a regrowth or cyclone or something. Not amazing, but better than nothing. Does go for the trinket into a disorienting roar. Cyclone does go for the interrupt. Cobra got himself at least an angle onto Masterfruit, getting the dots in as well as the gateway too. Or at least a portal with one big old lob of Chaos Bolt flying out of the nether. As Cobra trying to get himself a better angle. Got himself the Infernal. Maybe could drop down Infernal on the Feral's head. This could be a pretty good situation. Maim, Convoke. He's line of sighting the pet. He's actually just unleashing the entire Convoke onto the Warlock with a Shadow Fury right after. Do you have yourself a big go? I don't know how. DR, Shadow Fury, I guess. DR stun maybe. Trying to go for another Fear. Doesn't get to. Big old bash, and Masterford takes him with Griff as the last man left over on that team with Holy Sire and Lore holding the fort in Team 1. Well done with Masterford, bringing it back for his team little by little. Katarina did end up cleaving that entire team, at least the melee on the team, quite well though. For Masterford, I don't know how this is gonna go. He can maybe convoke the rogue down at the very least, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, especially since he doesn't have a trinket. If you could find the rogue, maybe pick up Eyes, Moonfire him out in the open, catch him with a bash, that could work maybe. As the rogue is gonna go for Shadow Blades, full opener. He has got himself full go. Masterfoot, not a lot of health available. Evasion out for the rogue, unless Masterfoot. He trinketed that disorienting roar. Interesting, but he just kept rolling the pressure on the Feral Druid. That's very interesting. Now that he doesn't have a trinket, hold on, he puts himself in a rough spot. I was not expecting for him to trinket that. That roar for the Druid was really good. I think Griffin was maybe just trying to see if he can like trinket, avoid getting bashed, avoid getting hit with a Convoke in the first place. Maybe that's what was going to happen. If only Masterfoot, I don't know. You don't have Incarnation if you're running Convoke, which is a bit rough. But if you did have both, Incarnation, Catch a Stealth, Rake Opener, full Convoke, maybe bash towards the end of that Rake, that could have worked out pretty well. As Griff picking up the Eyes Sap or Josiah Blaze or Dan Sap just to get himself a proper opener on the guy. Into a Trinket for Saya, he knows that Griff does not have an out. This way, if he can commit the most amount of damage, he might be able to take him blind to follow. Maybe a bop. I don't think he bop it. No. Smoke Bomb trying to see if he can get himself an out. Final Wreck is going to get him back into combat. Hammers are flying in. He's got himself a good angle. Griff trying to see if he can avoid him. That is going to be Consecration around the corner. He doesn't have Linus. He does have Linus out of Saya. Oh, able to get around the pillar though. I don't know if Saya can get him out randomly. AoE? Random AoE? No, I was thinking maybe if he had the resources. Maybe. He doesn't realize he was so close to the Rogue too. Second set of eyes should be spawning over on the other side, and Saya might want to grab him. Shadow Blaze is up for Griff. I think he's just going to wait next to it. He's probably going to go bop, yeah. Bop, pick up the eyes. Bubble, try to catch the Rogue out in the open. Is going to AoE him out. Click shadows for the Rogue. If you can just keep him in combat, you're going to be huge. As Griff trying to see if he can avoid him. Consecration around, trying to see if he can avoid it, but does get hit with the blades and just is walking back into Consecration, which is slowing him down, stunned. No way out for this one. I think it's just over, right? Doesn't even give him a cheat death. Doesn't even allow him to get a proper cheat death. Well done. Katarina picking up 2 from that one, I'm pretty sure, yeah? Unless just 1. Pretty sure it's 2. Alrighty, boys. I think we're done. I think we're done for the night. I think that's all we got in us. Unless... I like too much. You're good, my guy. You're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You are bad? Get out of here, Griff. Out of here, man. Out of here. He's so upset with me, man. He's just so upset with me every time I'm like, yeah, you gotta go last. Alright, we don't have to have Griffin duels ever. I'm cool with that. We don't gotta. Like what? Actually, we had a couple of weeks where we had no Griff. It was fantastic. Lots of classes could actually play the game. So honestly, like it's not completely out of the realm of possibility just not have Griff join these again. You know what I mean? Boys, by the way, thank you all so much for joining. Appreciate you. We got a new video on the channel. It released as we were streaming. Go check it out. I'm spamming it in chat. Wow, Dal, all that spam, crazy. Wow. Watch the video. Give it a like. Check out the hero talents. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. I put effort looking at all those things. That's my initial reaction. I did not have much to say about Shadowpan Monks or what is it, August Celestial or Chosen of Celestial. The Celestial Monks. I don't know because I just don't play a lot of Monk. I'm mostly Mistweaver. So that's like the only one I don't really have much to say on. It's one of those things where you gotta kind of try it, you know. But the rest of them, there's a lot of cool stuff. Żadne no интересные бои, да, соглашаюсь. Спасибо тебе за игры. Будем больше игр делать в следующей неделе. The Fist Real one is gonna be nuts. The Shadowpan one, it's probably going to be okay. It's just the energy thing, right? Every so much energy you spend, you do those like strikes or whatever. I don't know. Brewmaster feels like that would be better for it because you actually spend energy. But for Windwalker, I guess you jab, you know, free shielding, free damage, free sweep stacks. Celestials. Oh, the Celestials. Yeah, I don't know. August Celestials is weird. It looks like there's going to be a talent that makes you want to play or will force you to spec into Russian Jadewind. I'm just not a fan of the ability. I haven't played with it in a while. I forgot there was a skill. So it's weird. Like I like the whole like, hey, as you use abilities, Celestials help you, right? New Zao will do a Stompy, Zuen does a slash, and like the bird can do a thing, Yulon does a thing, and every time you gain one of the help buffs, you gain a bit of haste, mastery, whatever. I think that's kind of cool. And like how you can summon them when you use the ability, right? you invoke all of the Celestials if you cancel the thing early. That's kind of neat, but like, I don't know. It's all over the place. Don't know was given a free Jade Wind. So it does give you procs, but I think it also gives you abilities to like, it does give you free Jade Wind, but I think it also makes it so that when Jade Wind hits, when Spinning Crane hits, there's a chance to do like a thing with the Celestial. Let me double check it. I just was not super like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like not super familiar with monks. Like I am with Death Knights, I am with mages, I'm more comfy with hunters, more comfy with shamans, more comfy with rogues. Monk, I only really play as a Mistweaver. I gotta play Windwalker and Brewmaster, but it's gonna be like a long while before I'm like really super, you know, familiar with them. But for Monk in the Conduit of the Celestials, it's the, I guess I can bring it up like this, yeah? Because they got the Wowhead version of these. Gain refreshing Jade Wind while Chi-Ji the Red Crane is active. Russian Jade Wind's duration increased by, or gain Russian Jade Wind while Zuen is active. So you do get it for free while they're active. Or you can do refreshing Jade durations increased by 10 seconds. Durations increase, multiple uses may overlap. This one here, refreshing Jade Wind and Spinning Crane Kick have a chance to cause Chi-Ji to quickly rush to 5 targets dealing physical damage. So you have a random chance while it's active. So you'll want to run Russian Jade Wind at all times, right? It's up while Zuen is active. Or you can just have it so you can use it and you can have multiple versions of it overlapping. So you will want to play it. You'll want to play the button. And it's just like a weird button that costs 1 chi. I guess it's going to be like a buff maintenance thing you got to do just to proc Chi-Ji. But like, yeah, thanks for having me down. Thanks for joining, my guy. I don't know, like that alone makes you think you probably should talent into it and you should use it. You know, it's like 40 seconds CD. Wait, what? Russian Jade Wind, it's like 6 seconds CD. Yeah, so you want to maintain it like every 6 seconds. And I guess it will give you a duration increase of like maybe up to 10 seconds, but like for Mistweaver at least. 40 second CD for Russian Jade Wind. Refreshing Jade Wind. I thought Jade Wind was something you could maintain quite often as a Mistweaver, but maybe I'm wrong. Like as Mistweaver, at least it's an ability that they did use in raids. I don't know if that's something they use now. But that is an ability they used to use in raids pretty often, pretty regularly. Maybe like last expansion or this expansion, I'm not sure. But yeah, for Windwalker, I'm just like not really feeling it. And then after the ground, as a Windwalker, I never really liked the ability. Like there was a playstyle where you would use it just so you could have more instances of damage because it was like constant ticking damage. And there was like a talent that would just proc too much. Like I would think it was Resonant Fist that would proc a ass load of times. So you would just play around Resonant Fist in like the early beta alpha of Dragonflight. But like ever since then, I never really liked the ability. You just played it just for like that synergy, but it wasn't like a fun ability to use. It didn't feel good to play. You know, when it used energy. I do remember when it used energy. Even that I did. Like it was a couple of versions, I believe. Maybe it was one. I'm maybe misremembering it. I know that it was like a thing that passively consumed energy every few seconds. So you had to be a little bit more careful with the energy. And I think there was a version that was like you spend energy, and then it just keeps going. Kind of like the current version that we have on live, where it's like it costs chi, and then it just goes for 5 seconds. I think there was a version where you just energy and we just go for 5 seconds. And at some point it was a really good ability. I think in Pandaria it was actually strong, or it did something like maybe you could build it up to be stronger than it was normally. I don't remember, but I'm not a fan. Like just of the fact that you have to maintain it. I don't think it's going to be that good. It doesn't feel good to play as Windwalker. I think most people like would avoid using the ability unless it's like actually good. It's not an ability people talent into naturally. Yeah, Shadow Punjab thing. I mean, one of these things gives you haste. I'm not sure which one. Maybe it's the other one. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. This one is like, I need to play it to really get a feel for it. I think the utility conduits to use summon all the Celestials to assist you at 200% effectiveness, I don't think is that bad. And the thing is, like, the way Celestials are helping you with like random procs and stuff, I don't think that's terrible either. Honestly. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that bad. I just don't know, like, the flight of the Red Crane and channeling Russian Jade Wind or maintaining Russian Jade Wind as a Windwalker doesn't seem that good. You know? Like as a Mistweaver, yeah, it's at least an ability you would use at some point. But as a Windwalker, I don't know, man. I don't... Maintenance thing. Maybe it'll be okay. It just seems like an extra bit of hassle. And then the Shadow Pan one, also not terrible. It's just... Like the Flurry Strikes is you work off of your energy, 400 energy. I guess you do spend energy, but like, I don't know. Like this one at the end, Wisdom of the Wall. Like once you 10 Flurry Strikes, you get Wisdom of the Wall, where Wisdom of the Wall grants you a bunch of crit damage, mastery, versatility, all that stuff. It seems really strong, right? And if you can combine it together with some cooldowns, that's gonna be mad. You might even hold cooldowns for everything, right? Hold cities until you have everything available and kind of like a late ramp. But like the fact that you have to spend energy, I think it fits Brewmaster a lot better, right? Because you will use Spin and Crane Kick to spend energy if you're playing the auto attack you build. You'll use the Keck Smashes pretty regularly. What I use energy on is a Windwalker, Jab, and maybe like, I don't think it's even an ability anymore, is it? Jab, I think it's it. I think Tiger Palm, right? Used to be a Fist of the White Tiger talent at some point. I don't know if that's in the game anymore. I don't think it is. But like, that's the only thing you use energy for. So you have to spend a lot of jabs. It's going to be a lot of jabs and it's going to be such a delayed effect. Like, it might still work out okay, but... You know what I mean? Windlord. No. Strike of the Windlord, no. Well, okay, like Missa Pandar? No. Legion version of Windlord, the one that generated energy or chi, maybe. Fist of the White Tiger. You don't remember Fist of the White Tiger? It was like last expansion. Let me look it up. This thing. Fist of the White Tiger. Strike with the technique of the White Tiger. It would just be like 30-second cooldown for the energy, gives you like 3 chi. It's like a better version of Jab. That's all it was. A better version of Jab. That you use every 30 seconds. It was nice for like economy stuff, right? Economy of your chi, energy, stuff like that. But yeah. FOF used to stun. I do remember it. Yeah, that used to be cool. That used to be cool back in the day. Yeah, they don't have it stun anymore, but I think it kind of sort of works. I don't think monks can lock things down as easily anymore. It was nice when you could. I wonder if you can still bring it back, but maybe reduce some of the punchiness, pardon the pun, of Fist of Fury or something, but they'll probably have to balance it. I don't think you would have the current design of Windwalker and how bursty they are, and how they can one-shot players and slap a Fist of Fury stun on top of it. That'd be busted, because you would go into a leg sweep, full burst, and then Fist of Fury stun. Unless they have a trinket, there's nothing they can do. Because at least right now, like, at the end of leg sweep, maybe you can escape, but you might even die in the leg sweep. Fist of Fury would just guarantee you a kill, and the only way I think they could add it is like, okay, we'll give you more CC, but like, we can't just have a one-shot players on a stun and like a leg sweep into a Fist of Fury, so they'll probably heavily nerf the damage. They'll probably do something else, and I don't know, maybe that'll be better, give monks more control but less punchiness. Hellcaller excites me. Yeah, I like Hellcaller. Hellcaller looks good. So far, Warlock has been excellent. I am not a fan, though, of the... let me see if I can pull it back up. I'm not a fan of the Farseer. By the way. I don't know what it is. Just not a fan of the Farseer. Summoning spirits, that's fine. Summoning more spirits, that's fine. But, like, that's all you do is just summon extra spirits. And you get, like, buffs to Maelstrom, buffs to damage, and that's really it. It's kind of boring. Even Slayer's kind of cool with the Bladestorm, Execute interaction. There's a lot of cool stuff there, too. Spellslinger, I'm actually okay with. There's some interactivity there as well. Flame Shaper is actually kind of okay too. Very passive, but like interactive. I love Pack Hunt. That looks cool. It's very passive also, but the way it changes the kill command and like the functionality of it, it's like there's a lot of control to it. And like how it buffs some of your cooldowns is also cool. I like Druid of the Claw too. That bear form ability and like reasons for you to want to switch it to bear form or cat form or whatever. I actually don't hate it at all. I actually like this Earth-Sign potential. I actually am okay with it completely. This could be kind of cool. It might be annoying, but I'm kind of hoping it won't be. I'm hoping it won't be annoying. Flamevoker? Yeah, Flamevoker doesn't look bad at all. Flame Shaper looks fine. It looks perfectly fine. I think that's going to be really, really strong. The fact that it does, for each periodic effect is increased by 50. It's gonna be really strong, man. It's gonna be really strong, and like some of the stuff you can do with it is also pretty decent too. I think it's gonna be very like passive, but I think it's gonna be solid. Demon Hunter I don't hate either. I think that's kind of cool too. It's like combos. Apocalypse Rider I don't hate. It's a pet class basically, but I don't hate it entirely. I think there's gonna be some cool combos you'll do with it, but I think the highlight is gonna be the champions you get to summon, not you as a Death Knight. It's the champions that's gonna be a highlight. But like, as long as they have good AI, they'll be okay. I like Deathbringer. I think that one's really cool. I think that one's going to be solid as well. With size and you can summon and whatnot. And they execute the elements about it. And Shadow Frost damage and all that. I think that's going to be fine. Deathgate would come back. Yeah, what if they just replaced it? I think they could have done like Apocalypse now. But I think they wanted to tie it to major cooldowns. Just so it's like, every time you have your big ability, you got all of your followers. Right? I think it's fine, honestly. Deathbringer just a shackle worthy on crack. Not really, no. Not necessarily. It's like you stack up damage and then it erupts, doing damage per stack. It travels to an unmarked target if the enemy dies, or explodes below 34% health, if no enemies are there to travel to. So it has a very much like an executing element, but also will find a new target. It is very single target heavy, I imagine, but there's a wave portion to it too. But it is very much like single-minded focus kind of, yeah. Although Exterminator does give you like AoE as well. And the Shadow Flame damage aspects of it, like the buffs your abilities, I do think it might be okay. Again, all of them need to be tested, but I didn't hate it by like, reading through it. You know? So I like this, I like this, I like the Reaver, I like Druid of the Claw, Pack Leader seems good, Flame Shipper seems fine, Spellslinger seems good, Shadowpan and Conduit, I didn't have a great impression, but like I also don't really understand Monk super well in detail like the other classes. So this one is like, I gotta play with it. This one might feel weird, like the channel thing. Farseer, I was actually kind of disappointed in. Like it's probably gonna be fine damage-wise, maybe even numerically, but it's kind of boring. Hellcaller's awesome, Slayer's awesome. I am very surprised that I am not impressed with the Shaman. I've been waiting for Shaman hero talents for so long. I am very surprised. I'm just like, I feel like they're kind of mediocre. But there it is, boys. Yo, thanks so much for coming by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Tomorrow, more 5v5 1v1 duels. These have been fantastic. Gonna try to see if I can slap them into a couple of vids. I got a lot to talk about when it comes to War Within, so projects on the way. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I catch all of you guys on the next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, peace.